Welcome to the Anime Podcast. My name is Benji.
Dom Lou.
Philmatic. KZ.
And you're watching Geek Giant Podcast. And this is a new setup for the homies. Actually, we got both the homies Phil and Taj. They're both at stay-at-home remote jobs, so they they on campus right now. You feel me? But yeah, we back. We back for another episode. We got a lot to talk about. First off, it is Black History Month, my brothers. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow, I can't. Hey, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
That to us on Black History.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, that's actually insane.
Yeah, that's really insane.
Yeah, big L.
I will go ahead and say this. A lot of stuff has been happening. Beginning of February. Valentine's Day is coming up, fellas, ladies. Not me, I'm taking. But fellas, ladies.
That nigga said fellas, ladies.
No, I'm saying fellas, ladies. You feel me? Ladies, make sure you go ahead and make sure you. Hey, I'm gonna put the Instagram for you down blue. I'm gonna put Tosh, Phil. What we talking about? Hey, what we talking about? We're gonna have a real good episode today. I do want to go ahead and say we just came out with some more content. We're gonna try to make sure that we get on it, especially these next couple months. We just released our reaction video today. It looked really good, really nice. Excited about that. We're gonna try to get a lot more of those out as well. And then anything else, not that I can think of, but I do want to go ahead and see how my homies are doing, how my boys are doing. Who wants to start first? Who wants to start?
Shit, I'll go.
You go? Okay, what's up, Nick? How you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. Bruh, I've been tired as hell. Bro. Like, tired as shit. But I'm good. I've just been working a lot. Gaming a lot, chilling a lot. So that's about it. Honestly, I ain't really done much, but literally work. Been on Twitch, gaming with homies, but that's...
What you been playing? You been playing anything different?
I mean, obviously, I always play Valorant. I played a little bit of Sekiro.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Fighters, I'm back on that. That's what I was meant to tell you. I'm back on Fighters.
Oh, okay. Console or
PC? I'm about to put the mods on.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It was one more game. I played Call of Duty. But yeah, I just been.
I meant to tell you on Fighters, I got bored one day, and I know that I still can access your account. I think I like ranked you up like 2 ranks.
What?
Hey, I was real bored. Hey,
wait, talk about. Y'all hear this shit?
Hey, wait. But I was smacking them niggas, bro. Them niggas were.
Talk about, because you know what that means though. That means you had to go buy PlayStation Plus.
No. Is it already linked with my account? I think it's already linked with my account. I didn't have to buy that shit.
In order to play on certain accounts, you gotta be on PlayStation Plus.
So
I don't have PlayStation Plus no more because I play PlayStation.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how that worked then, because I definitely ranked you up. But at least I don't know where you're at now, but you definitely.
I'm gonna have to go check, but you bet do it.
I bet
that nigga definitely probably spent some money on my account. I'm kind of worried, right? Because there was a month, bro. Randomly, I lost like $60.
$60? Ain't no way.
Nah, I mean I figured out what it was.
Oh,
nah, that could have been you though. Because there was only one way for that shit that would kind of go through.
No way. Nah, it couldn't have been me. I swear. Ain't no way. Wait, so it was PlayStation? The 60 bones? Ain't no way. Because I'm only playing 10.
It was like
I'm playing 10 a month.
Something through it.
Yeah. Why you paying the 10 though?
I don't know, bro. I feel like
just pay the year.
Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna cancel that shit, but then
you'll never cancel it.
But then when I think about it, I really don't be canceling that shit, bro. Cause like you be getting the free games. I got Star Wars. I still haven't beat that shit. Yo, I got so many games on PlayStation I haven't beat, bro. But let me see how my boys are doing. They got stay-at-home jobs. They at the crib by themselves. Like I said, Valentine's Day is coming up, ladies. So
Hey man,
these young. Hey, look at that smile. Hey, we gonna go to Phil. Phil, how you been, bro?
Man, I've been good, bro. I can't complain.
That's good.
I've been real busy at work like these past few weeks. So that's really been taking up a lot of my time. I have like a lot of trainings and stuff I have to do this year because we have this new thing at work where it's called live agent chat. So we basically just have to be able to respond to the customer within like 5 minutes. basically. So
yeah.
it's a lot
That is crazy.
complicated. But other than that, I haven't really been. I've been on the same wave as Dom Lu. Like I've been on my gaming wave. I actually did start streaming again last night. I started Ninja Gaiden. I've been. I was on this one boss.
Raging his ass off.
Yeah, raging, bro. But it was just you would have fucked with that shit, Ben, bro. She was crazy, bro. She was one of your. She would probably be one of your waifus, bro.
Hey, you know what I like, bro. You know what I like. Team anime, baby. Team anime.
Honestly, fuck her though, because that bitch was old. She was beating my ass, bro. Like for real, like. But I ended up beating her in the end, so that shit was cool. And we got it on stream, so that shit was cool.
Okay.
I haven't really been like watching a lot of like anime and stuff. I really been
reading manga.
I've been reading.
Nah, manga. I've been reading manga. I have been reading manga. But I was watching Harry Potter actually. I ended up rewatching the whole Harry Potter series before the game came out.
Yeah,
shout out
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. Shout out to the homies. Babyface Killer on Twitch. What is his name? Yeah, he's been streaming that. His name is
he's been streaming that? Hold
on. His name's She Loves Guapo on Twitch. I'll give him a follow.
She Loves Guapo. Shout out to
he's streaming that right now as we speak.
Yeah, like I literally got the notification just now.
Shout out. So yeah, like go turn on to the stream. But what else? JJK. But we'll get into that later. That's really what I want to talk about.
We ready for that, bro. We ready for that.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's pretty much it for me, man. Where we want to go next?
Okay, no, that's good to hear, Phil. I'm glad you're doing good. You smiling. Everybody's smiling, man. Everybody feeling good, man. That's what I like to hear, bro. Except Taj. Taj don't look like. Oh, he's smiling now. Let's go. He's smiling now, though.
The funny thing, that nigga was trying to fight it. He was like, "I'm not smiling."
I ain't gonna do that shit.
Trying to fight it.
Hey, watch. He's still trying to fight it out. Yo.
Shit.
All right, Taj. Hey, we gonna let you go, bro. How you been, bro? I know you been good. Bro.
Ain't shit funny.
Ain't shit. All right, Cam. Johnson. Wait, is it Cam Johnson? It is Cam Johnson.
Cam Smith. That boy got fined $40,000, bro. You heard that?
For what?
Wow.
He had said no homo in the interview.
Oh, wow. Really? That's it? Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, it's like Nikola Jokic. She said no homo in the interview. They fined him $25,000.
And on Black History Month?
This is Black History Month.
This is crazy, bro.
40K too, but that's a lot.
Yeah,
40K, bro.
That is a lot. I think he still got a rookie contract, don't he? He only been in the league about 2-3 years. Yeah. Probably still got a league.
He ain't been around.
He ain't been a lot longer.
But I mean, to be
honest, it hurt him.
Yeah. It's 40. I mean, 40K will hurt me, even if I'm making millions.
Nigga, 40K hurting anybody.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't even make 40K a year.
That is my pocket change, bro. That shit.
No, that's 2 years of school, bro.
Yeah, facts. Like that's 2 years salary for me, bro. I'm broke.
Like, come on. Nah.
Yeah, but I've been good. Been busy, been working. But, can't complain. It's the life I asked for. It's what I wanted to do. But I'm gonna need to take a day off for real. I mean, just stop playing. But I do a lot of work around, I guess, the well-being and health of Black people. So in Black History Month, there's just a wealth of events for me to attend and try to spread that narrative and do exactly that. So it's just been like weekend after weekend, day after day. I'm like, Dad, you telling me it's only the 10th of February today?
Yeah.
I've been working for like 20 days. Like, how is it only the 10th?
Nah, bro, I feel like February going fast, bro. Like, I don't know.
Bro.
Hell.
It
is, but it's not.
I mean, I can feel that. I can feel that.
This week
I just know what
this week was fast.
Yeah, it's moving way slow. But it's going to be crazy when it ends because it's like, dang, you only get 28 days for real.
Yeah, facts.
But, yeah, I've been good. I've been streaming as well, so I appreciate everybody that tapped into the Sekiro streams.
That shit was fun.
And watched me. You know, it was some L gameplay at the end, but I can't lie, bro. When you playing Charmless, it's like, all right, it's an adjustment. So for Sekiro, you have different modes of difficulty. So you have your base difficulty, and you know, it's just hard. But you have a charm that's given to you that you can't take off until New Game Plus or you do another playthrough. And it's a charm. Whenever you take it off, it no longer protects you. If you block, you sustain damage. You have to deflect in order to not take any damage. So, I mean, that's an adjustment. It's something that you get used to. But then you can couple it with this bell demon. It's a demon that lives in a bell. And if you ring the bell, the demon comes and he lives in your body or whatever. And he just makes life hard. What he does is, no matter what the damage is that you take, he kind of like doubles it. So it's situations where you could ego it, like, you know, just not heal or whatever, usually in a regular gameplay. But it's like, nah, bro, you're a one shot. Like, you're one shot at all times. It's crazy. You're that close from that. Like, I was getting killed and I was like, bro, there's no way I'm dying off this. Or if you make a mistake and don't deflect and you block, you're like, bro, half of my health off of I blocked it. Like, how am I down this bad? So, you know, it took some adjusting. I embarrassed myself a couple of times on stream, but I was met by no support, which made it even harder. So it was a good time. But I've been reading, I've been watching some things. I watched season 2 of Record of Ragnarok, which was not as good as season 1. I know season 1 got a lot of hate, but that Sasaki Kojiro versus Poseidon fight was fun to watch. It was entertaining. But this season, the fights are cool, but it's kind of like, all right, y'all kind of dragging it, and it gets a little annoying. But I'm gonna hang around for this next season because I want to see Buddha. He turned me up. I'm interested in seeing Buddha. And lastly, I've been watching Trigun Stampede, which has been amazing considering we didn't really know what it was going to be like. But it's been a really good watch to diving into the story as opposed to where in the original you kind of just got a whole bunch of extra content and then story content towards the end. And like, what's going on? You're getting that from like the first, second episode. Really, episode 3 things take off. But yeah, reading. I finished My Dearest Self with Malice and Forethought, and a couple other things that, if I remember, I'll talk about as they come up. I'm currently, preparing for a little thing we got going on starting the 19th at 5 p.m. We'll see you there. And reading Gotcha and Kuda. And
Sakomoto.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I'll save my thoughts for when we get into book club, when we get into those moments. There's things going on in this manga that kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, big bet.
But how you doing, bro?
Me?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you asked, man. No, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Glad to see another day. Glad to do another podcast. What can I say? So for one, I do want to give a quick shout out to my guy Akeem. I think he should be leaving in a couple weeks. He was actually one of the first guests. He was like, he sat with us for our first episode of Geek Giant Podcast. So big shout out to Akeem. That was the guy that y'all saw me get a bucket on. Y'all saw me get a bucket on that nigga. I was hey, relax. That's my signature spin move, my boys. You be like good game. I want to go and say this. I love you, Akeem. Wish you nothing but love, nothing but support. I know he's making big moves with Jimbo, the app Jimbo. If you guys haven't noticed, every now and then I'll try to post something on the story. But go ahead, if you haven't already, go ahead and download Jimbo, the Jimbo app, for all your fitness needs. Really, got some great guys behind that. So go ahead and download that if you haven't already. Akeem's doing that. Anything else going on? I had like I said, I'm trying to make some moves. I got out of a tight spot in January. February is looking a lot up, man. So that's what I'm happy about. I appreciate that, Nick.
Yeah, we need to clap. We need to clap.
I don't. What is it? Hey, let's go.
We coming in the back too. They didn't see you. It's all good.
He ain't see y'all, but I see.
Yeah, it's all good.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. No, but yeah, man. Tight spot January, but I got a real good feeling about 2023. I got a real good feeling about Geek Giant Podcast 2023. Just life in general. I feel like, this year's going to be huge, major. As far as any media or anything kind of goes, I really been into my Korean drama bag recently. Started The Glory. If you do anything, at least watch the first episode. It's basically about this woman. To keep it short, it's basically about this girl. She gets like crazy bullied as a high schooler, but she makes it known that she coming out for revenge when she older. So basically, that's how I would keep it there. But like the shit they do to her, bro, file like some real grimy shit, bro. But she makes it her mission. She says, "Yeah, I'm coming for y'all niggas, man." So I've been enjoying that. I have been watching Way of the House Husband season 2. I've been loving it. Also, I don't know if you peeped. Did you peep the I think it's Invincible. Is it Invincible?
The teaser?
Yeah, the teaser.
They said when they was in a restaurant?
Yeah,
I seen that shit.
Yo, and then I think they showed somebody, they hinted at something that's gonna happen in season 2, like one of the guys in the diner. Like, bro, shit about to get crazy in that series.
I believe it.
Yeah, Invincible. If you guys haven't read, it's like a comic. It's pretty dope. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this shit. Yeah, first season was dope. And then what else, man? There was something else I wanted to discuss too. Oh man. Did you also hear about that Seth the Programmer ship? Oh, you didn't hear about him? Like he's like the one of the bigger power scalers in the anime community. Heard about him doing some grimy shit to like the people he works around, bro. I don't know, man. That shit just gave me kind of chills. Cause I'm like, especially when you work in the creative space, that's some shit that you never want to kind of have happen, man. You never want to kind of have like real scummy shit, man. Like real like nasty shit, and like not even getting into the
Niggas like, what's that? What happened?
Like, what are you doing, man?
My bad. I'm just rambling, bro. But yeah, man, life is good, man. Life is good. I finished. I've been finished Mob, but I did want to talk about Mob at some point. I might see if we can make a little video on that because Mob Psycho.
Mob's most recent season was really good.
Yeah, bro. That's it.
That shit was good.
Yeah, that was the finale, bro. And the crazy thing I was thinking about this, bro. A lot of these series that we watched like began in high school, bro, are about to end when we closer to the end of our 20s, middle 20s, 30s, and shit like that. That shit is crazy, bro. The only thing that's about to end though soon is JJK. That shit is crazy. But we got a lot to talk about with JJK anyway. But yeah, that's about it. I do want to kind of get. Did you mention any of the anime manga that you've been reading and watching?
Yeah, honestly, that was the one thing I forgot to add into mine.
Okay.
What have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of shit when I go to sleep. I've been watching Reincarnated as a Slime a lot. That's only because I went to actually see that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The movie that came out in theaters 2 weeks ago. Shout out Colin. Shout out the boy Khalik. Shout out to the gang. We went to see. I forget the name of the movie, but Slime Reincarnated as a Slime has a movie in theaters right now, or did over the past couple weekends. And we went to see that. That was actually pretty cool. I just enjoy watching anime movies in theaters, to be honest. Like, I feel like that's like just a cool ass experience.
Yeah.
I've been watching that. Reading wise, I read what the fuck did I read? I've been keeping up with Chainsaw a lot. I fully caught up to that in the past couple weeks. That shit is so good. I actually don't think I've read the most recent one though, and I need to. But honestly, I've been fucking mind boggled by all of this fucking JJK shit. So
yeah, I feel you.
That's been the highlight, really, to be honest. But yeah, that's everything I've been indulging in the past couple weeks.
Okay, that's good. I think you guys already mentioned what you guys were reading and watching. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I forgot I got this little media list I'm keeping up with on Twitter, so I can
put out the list.
feed in the other stuff I've been watching. I got the list.
Sit tight.
So I don't know if I mentioned this last time. I'm trying to look at the dates to compare. I don't think I did. But I played Stray, which is
the cat game.
That cat game. Yeah. That was fun. It was free on something. PS Plus Premium or something. So I played that. And looking at this, I don't think I talked about Helter Skelter, but I read that. It was a very, very, very cool read. And I'll just briefly kind of say the rest of what I was talking about when I did the Manga Monday on it. And with Helter Skelter, it was kind of a weird. It's a strange story. It's only 9 chapters. And they're all short chapters. It's not 9 chapters where every chapter is 50, 60 pages. It's like the regular 20, 30 pages, 9 chapters. And it's kind of just following the story of this supermodel icon. But she has a lot going on. And some crazy things happen. But Helter Skelter is also the name of a Beatles song. And this particular Beatles song is what prompted the Manson family murders in the summers of 1969.
Oh, yeah.
So Charles, you all are familiar with him. He thought that the Beatles were putting subliminal messages into that specific song and wanted to incite a race war. So what he did was he killed these celebrity families in like Beverly Hills and whatnot, and would write stuff like trying to frame black people for the murders. And on the refrigerator in somebody's blood, he wrote Helter Skelter. And he would play that for his Manson family and have all of his cult followers thinking that that was kind of the message that was in that music. So it was, and this well preceded the manga, but it was interesting to see how the manga was also influenced by that song and kind of the messages that the manga took out of it. But yeah, it also has a movie. I haven't checked it out, but I might. And I really liked how upfront it was about its illusions and its different references. So there's that, and that's kind of the extent of the Manga Monday. I watched The Patient on Hulu with my boy, what is his name, Steve Carell from The Office. But it was so hard. Like in the beginning, it was like, yo, everything he do was funny because he's, Michael Scott. Like it was funny. It was like, nah, he's serious. And I watched some reality TV shows. I ain't even gonna get into those.
Play.
But I watched some crazy. It was some crazy joints. Like I'm gonna say what the title is. It's called Put a Ring on It. And it's like this ultimatum kind of show between these couples, and they got them dating other people. And it was just like, yo, like this nigga was like cheating on his girlfriend of 14 years. and it got revealed on camera. He was talking to the girl. He was like, yeah, I don't think we should keep doing this. She was like, why? Because we had good sex? I was like, yeah, it was wild. But I rewatched Akira, great. And lastly, the other manga I mentioned that I read.
Oh, we watched Akira too.
It's a classic. Got to. And the last manga that I didn't mention that I read was Crows by Takahashi Hiroshi. Mm-hmm. It's another delinquent manga. Very, very cool, very simple, but I like the way the art was. Because usually, when you're reading manga, they try to action scenes, draw it fast, and you can't tell what's going on. Or they don't draw the fist impacting the face or draw the fist going into the body. But the way he drew all the scenes were really cool. Mm-hmm. And you can see kind of like once he gets assistance and what's not, just how it makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the end of my list.
Okay, bet. Real quick, I do want to add, I've been watching some reality television too. It's not like that though. But it's called Physical 100. So they take like 100 of like the best fit people in like South Korea. I mean, they're doing a couple Americans in there, I'm pretty sure. But basically they're just like kind of rounding off. I think you get like, it's kind of like Squid Game, but like for fitness people. Hey bro, that series be making me want to do push-ups and shit, bro. Like hey, they looking strong over there. But I did want to ask real quick before we do move on. We do got a couple topics. I want to ask, and I know Taj, he's been really hyping up these boots, these shoes.
Bro, these shits are hard.
I really want to talk about this. So I think it was
what is it? Mischiefs?
Mischiefs, MSWF or some shit like that.
No, it's MFC. Yeah, MFSCHFS.
Y'all boys can't spell for nothing, boy.
Okay,
Just take the vowels out of mischief.
It's an acronym or some shit like that.
No, it's not. It's just mischief,
It's
but it's like spelled
MSCF.
shorter. Yeah, MSCF.
Oh, it is. Okay. But yeah, mischief. Okay. No, but here's the thing, man. I've been seeing a lot of niggas. I've been seeing a lot of people hyping up these Mickey Mouse fives, bro.
Bro, them shits are literally Astro Boys.
And there's absolutely no way. Yo, I swear to God, if I gave any one of you, and mind you, these boots are 350.
Yeah, 350. Yeah, 350.
350. If I gave you 350 right now, you's telling me you got a fit that you will wear out in public.
Yes. Nigga, as soon as it get warm, I'm wearing them shits with shorts.
Like
warm. Oh nah, boy, you gonna have a pool by your feet.
Yeah, you gonna you shit getting sweaty, boy.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yo, you know what kind of turned me off?
Don't tell me. You said
They're not waterproof, bro.
They're not waterproof?
Oh, they not okay.
No.
That does low key change a lot.
Yo, what?
That changes a lot.
Like they not waterproof. They not like thermoregulatory. Like you gonna get cold, you gonna get hot. Like
Yo.
that kind. I'm like, oh, for 350, I need some quality in my boots, man.
Yeah.
Nah, but not even that. Not even that though. Do you see these videos of people trying to take them boots off, bro? Like
Yeah,
they can't take them off.
Nah, that do be funny. That'd be hilarious.
Yo, they can't take them shits off, bro. No, and then imagine this, bro. Like imagine, yo, you know it'd be funny as shit, bro. If you see niggas hooping in them shoes, bro. Yo, people's ankles about to be through, son.
I will say this for the pictures and stuff that I've seen. Them shits crease easily. Too.
Yes, they do,
They
bro.
crease easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like one dent and like even I'm pretty sure like putting like a crease in it from taking it off shows when you put it back
Yeah.
on. Because I was looking at I think I sent them in the chat, but the model Wisdom.
Oh yeah, Wisdom. Yeah.
His fits was hard though.
But he always got nice fits.
Yeah.
Like, he can.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah, it's in a Geek Giant type beat.
Let me see if I can. Oh, he didn't put it on the IG. No,
It
did,
is on IG because it's a whole like
right.
Yeah, his shit is fire. Them shits is
I don't
clean.
know if you can peep. Can you peep, Taj?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, but some of them shits is fire. Even I seen this girl on Twitter too, wear them shits with like she worn with like a skirt.
This fit go crazy.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Like
That
that
fit
shit is
go
hard. Like, come on, bro.
No, but here's my thing. Like, if we gonna be 100% honest, bro. We gonna be 100%. Hey, I got a question. Y'all ever try to draw like cartoon characters in class, and when you're like 5th and 4th grade, and you know you can't draw shoes, like tennis shoes or whatever, so you just draw the little circle thing with the you know what I'm talking about? Yo, that's how these boots look, bro. That's how these boots look.
That's how Astro Boy boots was drawn.
I don't know, bro. These some real goofy ass boots, bro. I can't. I couldn't pull it off personally. And I'm kind of a.
I definitely think I could.
You think you could?
I definitely think I could.
So if I gave you 350 right now,
First off, you giving me 350 to waste, I'm wasting on them boots, bro. Like you telling me 350 that I didn't have to earn? Nigga, give me that shit. That was money I already did not have, but it's gonna be an extra pair of shoes I got now.
hey, what about you, Phil? Would you wear those boots, bro?
Bro, them shit's not for me, bro. I can't even do them.
Fact.
But they said, what's that nigga from Door?
Door
Boots, basically, bro. I said, bro, nah, I can't even do it, bro.
Hey, yo,
it's not for me.
Hey, but if we gonna be
I
honest,
think some people make them look cool though. But I just know,
facts.
nah, that's not for me.
I feel like there's a crowd for it, and I'm just not one of those niggas, bro. That's just how I feel.
This fits are like fully coolie, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Jeez.
I feel like if you have some good cargos though, and don't necessarily show either that good cargos or like a nice pair of shorts, I think you can probably pull that shit off. But if we could be honest, bro, like if you see a nigga like walking like that in the street or whatever, come on, like you gonna be like,
them shits are not for. I would definitely say them. They're not for that average everyday.
Oh, what's up, Taj?
I feel like you like anime, right?
Yeah, I like anime.
You like anime? You like manga?
Yeah. I mean, I like anime.
Do you know who the god of modern manga is?
I mean, Kimba the White Lion, right? Or am I tripping?
I don't know who that is.
I think
that's the
same person who made Astro Boy. I think.
Yeah, because he wasn't listening to what I was saying.
Osamu Tezuka, bro.
Yeah,
that's the god of modern manga.
I think he made
That's
Kimbo.
who made Astro Boy.
I think he made Kimbo the White Lion too. Yeah, you never
Well,
watched
then,
Kimbo the
yeah.
White Lion?
Yeah,
No, that's the one that you said follows
Yeah.
Lion King or something?
Lion King.
They stole it from
I did
him.
watch
Stole
that.
that
I
shit
did
from
watch
them.
that shit.
Kimba the
Yeah.
White Lion is Lion King before Lion King ever came out.
Yeah, like Disney stole
And
it from him.
Osamu Tezuka made that?
Yeah, Osamu Tezuka, he made that. Hmm?
Yeah.
So you telling me this like, bro, you know how they call him a god, bro? He is considered the god of modern manga. You telling me you an
Thank
anime
you,
watcher,
Dad.
you who knows
Yeah,
Kimba the White Lion, you're not even thinking about them boots?
Is he profiting off of them boots?
Just no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
You know
You're
what I'm
not
saying?
thinking about him off that alone.
So here's my thing. So there's a differential between, for example, your man's, right? He like
That's
the
our man.
okay, our man's, right? He they have the which Jordan was it? I forgot what Jordan was for Slam Dunk.
Talking about the ones he had the bread ones and he had the Carmine sixes.
Coleman Sixers. Okay, right. I think he was able to actually conceptualize a little bit with that shoe. I don't
Nigga,
think
he did it. Although he did
I-
the Jordan. What do you mean? Like that is actual Jordan.
Wait, what are you talking about?
No,
He had that Carmine?
I'm talking about the design of it. Like what are you talking about? I'm talking about
the
Inoue and Michael Jordan. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like that's the actual.
Like,
shit.
when
You know
they
what
do
I'm
that-
saying? Like
No, I'm saying like the design of it. Like he had something to do with it. Like he had a little bit of design choices for the shoes. What I'm saying. Inoue.
What do you mean?
you saying
When?
you saying Inoue is like a part of the design.
No,
of these-
not the Jordan. I'm talking about the particular one for Slam Dunk that was Slam Dunk inspired. Is what I'm saying. Because there was a slam. There
What
was
What do
a
you,
one
what
is
do you
that?
mean? Yeah, like what do you mean?
Hold on, let me show you. Slam Dunk Jordan.
Don't tell me Inoue done made some
I was
J's
about to
now.
say, like, when
You
was
about to
this?
put him in a different. You about to put him in a different category,
No,
bro.
he helped design that shoe. Is what I'm saying. For Slam Dunk, like that's a special release.
I need. Where's the?
You don't need none. You need to read that damn series.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
on-
it's on the box.
Because he actually, because I'm not saying he worked with Michael Jordan, but he was able to kind of help with the design of that shoe. What I'm saying is, your boy,
But it's like Otomo. Is he getting paid off of the Akira dunks?
Dunks,
The ones you got.
that's a concept. So it's not an actual collab. This was an actual collab with Jordan.
They putting his name on the box though.
I mean, I know. I mean, I don't know what to say. But yeah, what I'm saying is, okay, look. I mean, you see those, right? Jordans. In no way has
He did that shit so fast and really expected him to see that.
No, but all I'm saying is to get back to my point, bro. Like your man is not profiting from that weak ass boot, bro.
But what is your argument with that?
No, I'm just saying. He said, it's a piece of history. It's something to be like.
It's
Okay,
literally the
this
shoe
is-
Astro Boy wore.
This is the no, but I'm saying if he ain't profiting from it, and I don't like them shits, man. I mean, I'm not about to be thrilled for it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Right, Taj?
I mean, yeah, bro. But I mean, like, you talking about him profiting off of it, bro. Like,
It's the
I'm gonna
inspiration.
be real with you. I don't think he's alive.
Hey, yo, he might be gone. Yeah, he.
I think he's.
yeah, he's
man.
gone. Yeah.
He was.
He died
was
in
an
the
early
80s.
cat, bro.
He died in
Yeah,
the 80s.
yeah, bro. He was an early cat. He had early influence.
Hey, but what about his family? Like his family deserves something. I mean, think about it. If we really go think about it, Disney they took his story, made the Lion King. They didn't give him squat. They didn't give him shit. They did him
Yeah,
bogus.
because niggas don't even know what Kimba the White Lion is though.
Nah, but I watched Kimba the White Lion before.
I mean, a lot of
Lion
people
King.
did, but people still not going to acknowledge the. But my thing, nigga, Disney do that all the time.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
true. This was real blatant though. This was kind of fucked up. I mean, you even look at that shit. Bro.
I mean, I know,
Yeah.
I know. It's
Like they
literally
did, like they
word
did
for word.
Coco, but they done took that woman's life story.
Oh, and Coco, really?
Yeah, bro. They went found a woman that looked dead, like or found the woman that they made Shorty from. Took her little life story, took her family history, and was like, all right, y'all.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Really?
It's grimy.
Yeah, bro. They're extractive. They take.
Damn, exploitive to the 9th degree. That's why I don't be watching none of these Marvel movies, except that new Ant-Man. I might go watch that shit because my boy's in it. Shout out to Jonathan Majors, bro. That nigga swole, bro. That's a swole nigga.
Shout out Doflamingo.
Yeah,
Oh, yo, you peeped that? Yo, that shit was fire, bro. Low key, it made me want to get abs, but I ain't trying to look like Dofi. But anyways, so let's move on. Let's move on. We got a lot to talk about, fellas. Actually, really quick, I did want to show you this. I thought that shit would look dope.
I've seen that.
You seen it before? This shit fire. Hey, this some vagabond shit.
You finished?
So moving on, let's go. All right, so moving on, let's continue. So we got a couple side topics before we get to the nice, juicy main topics. First of all, before I do start, I do want to go ahead and say that I really do appreciate everyone who submitted some hot takes. I know this one was kind of spur of the moment. We were given, I think we posted it Wednesday. I think you had like 3 days to put in your hot takes. But we got enough to kind of substantiate this episode. It's going to be real good today. But first off, let's go ahead. We'll start. Should we go ahead and start with the mangas this week, especially JJK?
Let's just get
we getting into the
JJK,
want, the nitty gritty, the nitty bitty.
The manga talk.
Let's
the
get it.
Good
Let's
manga
get it.
talk.
So we're gonna be talking about One Piece. I mean, we're gonna be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Now these last 2 chapters have been crazy, and I'm actually. Oh, go ahead.
Tell the people what you said earlier. When we got in here.
People,
you said One Piece was good, but One Piece wasn't what?
I didn't say that. Anyways, no, but I do want to ask. Now, the thing that made me super interested or super excited to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen this week is that Taj has some very strong opinions in our group chat that I would love to hear how he thinks, especially not necessarily this recent chapter that just came out today, I think, but the chapter before that, a lot of people had, certain reactions to it, but Taj had a very different reaction than a lot of us. So I do want to kind of get into that. Actually, do you want to go ahead and start with last chapter, then talk about this chapter? We can do it like that. You want to do that?
We might as well.
All right, so we'll start over with Taj. So
if you are not caught up to Jujutsu Kaisen, chapter 212.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. This is your chance to get out now. No, just kidding. Stay here, but don't.
Yeah, don't
leave.
go. Yeah,
but
we need the viewership. Yeah, need hours. Okay. Anyways, Taj, the floor is yours, my boy.
Man, where do I begin? That chapter was a very interesting chapter. Okay. A lot of hype, a lot of shock. And I feel like if you haven't been paying attention to Jujutsu Kaisen or you've been forgetting some things, then it was kind of like, oh, cool. This is awesome. But for me particularly, I was a bit taken aback and confused. And I've done some research, so my opinions have changed a bit, a couple of things. But, and I wanted to wait until 213 to really express how I felt, just to see how things develop. But it was still, it's still just crazy. So, as we all know, the big thing that happened in chapter 212 is Sukuna finally used his binding vow with Yuji. He said those words, he said in chain, and took over Yuji's body. Mm-hmm. Now, there were regulations around using in chain. 1, he could take over Yuji's body for 1 minute. 2, he could not hurt nor kill anyone while he awakened in Yuji's body. And 3, finally, Yuji would forget the entire interaction of the binding vow. This was to get Yuji's heart back for the first fool must die at the beginning of the story. Mm-hmm. It's anime content. So he uses it, and the first thing he does is pluck Angel out of the sky and knock her out. And for me personally, I just don't see how you could do that without hurting somebody. Like, I'm talking about the text that flip, and Shorty was like, look. And I don't understand how that doesn't immediately violate the binding vow. But I digress. So first, I was like turned off by that. And then 2, we see that he kind of puts all of the curse energy that he can manage into 1 finger. So maybe 15 fingers worth, or, we don't know. And he breaks that off because he takes a risk. Yuji did not expand the exclusion of harm to himself. He said don't hurt anybody else, but he never said don't hurt me. So he pops off that pinky finger and then stuffs it in Megumi's mouth and reincarnates under Megumi. So Um, particularly interesting. But the thing about it is in the very first episode, the very first chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen, Megumi says that there is a 1 in 1 million chance of Sukuna reincarnating into anybody, into Yuji particularly, whenever Yuji eats the fingers. So that whole thing was just like, how is this happening? Now, I did some research, and apparently that was a mistranslation.
Okay.
In both the anime and the manga. It was supposed to say that it was a very, very small chance, but we kind of, and very, very small, 1 in 1 million, 1 in 100 million. I guess they can mean the same thing, but it makes it sound less impossible. And as we read and as we get towards later chapters, chapter 143, the entrance of the Colon Games, we learn that Kenjaku was literally busting that shit open to create Yuji. Like, Yuji's creation feels too intentional as a vessel for Sukuna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's the one person who can control Sukuna, who can really have a leash on him. So, it just makes everything feel like, what was the reason? But if you read back in chapter 55, there's a different opinion on Sukuna's ability to reincarnate. As Megumi says in chapter 1, there's a 1 in 1 million chance. Kenjaku says to Mahito, whenever they're incarnating the cursed wombs, Choso and his brothers, Echizo and Ketchizu. Whenever they're incarnating those, he says, can we really put this into anyone? And he was like, yeah, special great objects, it doesn't matter who it is. But he says with Sukuna, it's an exception. Sukuna can choose his vessel. So, with Kenjaku having 1,000 years of information, I think he's a bit more reliable than Megumi in chapter 1. And Megumi, we believe him to be a smart character, but I want to question his deductive reasoning. I want to question his intellect.
Yeah.
Because the nigga looked his daddy in the eyes and did not know it was him. He heard Tengen talking about there was this Toji Zenin who left the Zenin clan and was the chosen one and changed all of destiny and was so powerful and this and that. And he didn't draw the line of, was that the guy that I fought 10 chapters ago in Shibuya? Was that the guy that looked exactly like me? The one who came and, I opened up my domain and he came through? No. Yuji, you're the only one who could be Sukuna's vessel. So it's like, with Megumi, it's like, we love him, we do, but is he really a reliable source of information when we have Kenjaku standing right here with facts, with straight facts? So, and I got more to say on my opinions and how they've changed reading this newest chapter that released today, but it's still, even with that context, it still doesn't make this any
better,
nicer. I mean,
nice. Okay.
We know that the evidence has been there of Kenjaku being enamored, and there's been a mistranslation on however he said Megumi strikes his interest, and it was the whole reason that they had that Megumi and Sukuna kind of love relationship for the Japanese fans, because the translation over there was more like, you've enamored me, you sparked such a deep interest in me that it's nearly romantic. But so its context, and with the theory that Phil fed us from the JJK translator talking about the purpose of the 10 sacred treasures, and kind of what they can create, why they'd be useful to Sukuna. It makes sense for him to want Megumi's money, but for him to actually attain it was kind of strange. But I have some things I'm thinking about that, and it deals with why Angel's in the story in the first place. But I'll relinquish the speaking space.
No, you want to speak on it, Phil? If I feel like you had something to say, you were smiling.
Oh no, bro. I just have like 213, man. I really love that shit. I read that shit like 3 or 4 times, but I was just like, if this is Sukuna with 15 fingers, what does Sukuna look like with 20 fingers? And he already is like all of fucking Megumi's techniques is just like amplified already. So I'm trying to see like,
Oh yeah,
bro, I'm trying to see, bro, that new nigga,
Oh my
that bird, bro.
God.
That shit took up the whole motherfucking shit, bro. I was like, God. And then
well,
I was,
I'll let him go.
He came out like, damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
right?
it's like, yeah, like, oh shit.
bro, but and the shit that took me by surprise though was Angel and Hana, like her shit, like her technique was very cool to me. Like basically her shit took up the whole sky, like, and I want to say it was like peeling Sukuna away from Megumi's body, but I'm not exactly sure what the fuck
You're
was
like
going on
towards
there.
the end. Well,
Like,
I'll continue. My bad. Let me let you finish.
oh no, that was a question. Like
I
that was
think-
an open,
well,
like ended
I
question. Yeah.
think I know why you say that because in the panel where, as we get to the end of the chapter, where it seems, at least to Hana, that Megumi is okay because of that technique she used. First off, called Jacob's Ladder.
Jacob's
Like,
Ladder. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
That shit.
Mhm.
That shit was beautiful. First off, let me backtrack a little bit. With the art, this chapter, fucking beautiful. Like in all
Right.
areas
It was
too.
crazy.
Even the areas where you would think
That last panel.
No, that last panel is even beautiful, bro. That shit is hard.
What do you think that shit was?
Okay, so
People were saying that was Sukuna technique, but I don't know.
I think that's just Sukuna's. I think that's just like a
Bloodlust?
Yeah, I think that's like a bloodlust. Like
They were saying
Sukuna
that was like they were saying that his technique is to ingest shit and basically like consume, like take that ability over that he ingests. And they were saying, I don't know, I can see that shit.
Because it's funny. It's funny
Yeah.
because it's like, if that is the way it works, then considering how he always reverses things, and he's always the one getting eaten, he be, making people eat his fingers, and then he gains their body off of that. So it's like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That shit would be crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
I wanted to add one more reason why Megumi really pissed me off. Because he really had us all thinking that Sumiki awakened a technique. He had us thinking that from the time that joint happened. Like when we first see her open her eyes in 143 and they talk about Yuji and Sumiki, those are the two examples. Yuji's a vessel, Sumiki's somebody with an awakened technique. Bro, he was wrong about that too. Like he was just dead wrong about everything, bro. All right.
Nah, you're fine. Because my thing is from 212, I think my biggest question from then was this Ryoko in 212 once she reveals this. Is that the name of whoever's in Sumiki's
Girl that took
body?
over her body.
Yeah, who was in Sumiki's
Yeah,
body?
I think it's Yozoru.
Yoruzu or something.
Okay.
Something.
I'll check it out.
So-
Let me see real quick.
Yeah,
It's like YOROZU.
Yeah, Yodozu.
Yodozu.
Yeah,
It
Yodozu.
was
One
like
of
it's an old curse or something like that,
Yeah,
or
ancient.
sorcerer.
Yeah.
It's an ancient. Because before I didn't realize that it was an ancient. I saw like how her wings were drawn, and I was like, but then I was like, nah, that's not one of them. It only arised the question of like death painting for me, but I was like, nah, doubt it. Yodozu. My question for that is obviously with that being who is, from what we know of, a vessel, when did that come about? Because you also see a part of the chapter where it seems that Megumi is telling Sumiki that we know of about the culling game. Like about what their plan is, what they're going to do whenever is being brought into the culling game. Like you see that interaction. Obviously, we never seen that interaction before because the entire time I feel like we think like, all right, this bitch still bedridden. Like once her technique activates, that's when she's awakening into the culling game. Because obviously timeline doesn't necessarily matter, or timeline doesn't necessarily doesn't get told until like right in that moment that things are happening. So who knows when Sumiki's curse technique was that back then in that chapter when we first got introduced to that. That was my biggest question, because at that point it would make sense for why Yorozu has this information about what they told. Obviously, we do know curses and spirits being or having vessels also gain access to what their brain and all of the information to their vessels, which also kind of raises the question whenever you bring Sukuna taking over Megumi's body now and having this information of, like we kind of talked about, Taj, the Zenin clan. And obviously with the sacred tools being something that is searched for and is really wanted, does he have information on that and all of the secrets within the Zenin? Not necessarily secrets, but all of the information that Megumi has upon the Zenin clan. And then obviously, like we just talked about with the 10 Shadows. Yeah. Like, within this Shikigami area for Megumi, as we've already seen Nue, like,
yeah, I just
this motherfucker looks huge, bro.
And then look at his teeth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's literally just like not the same exact one, but obviously this also kind of brings a connection for me back to Shibuya whenever Maharaga is being released, right? So even in that area, when Maharaga is released, it made sense why Sukuna now was like, give me a second, I gotta go handle this type shit. Like, I gotta get over to where Megumi at and stop this nigga from dying, because like maybe I might need, so like
police
help. But like even then, because even back then for me mentally, I registered that once the Shikigami was summoned and then killed, that Shikigami is also under the control of the summoner. But at that moment,
if the summoner kills it.
Yeah, and so in my mind, I think we get partially a reversal of that, because who the hell taking out Maharaga out of the group that's there? Like,
but now if Megumi Sukuna summons. Oh, so that's what you're saying.
I'm saying like he's potentially gonna summon Maharaga. We just seen Nue, so like who knows what Maharaga looks like. So within that, and he does Megumi Sukuna take out Maharaga this time
in order for him to be summonable, I guess, or like
summonable like, as under like especially with Sukuna's cursed energy. You see how that has affected Nue. How is that really going to affect Maharaga, and even with the eight handle sword? So with that being part of that 10 shadows, secret tools, whatever, you know, or not whatever, but theory, like how does that play along within Maharaga and Sukuna's cursed energy, you know?
You gotta face that microphone, my brother.
Oh, my fault. You missed the last part?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was saying the question like arises for me with Maharaga is like, with Sukuna's immense cursed energy and seeming like there's not a major limit compared to how Megumi's was, how does that affect Maharaga and the 8-handle sword? Is like my biggest question.
Yeah. Man, so I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to really kind of see a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. For one, and I feel like this question needs to be asked. I really hope Yuji's okay, man.
Yo, bro, that nigga might be dead.
Yo, I think he got aced, bro. He got aced, bro.
That nigga put a knee into that nigga's.
That was a knee, or was it?
It looked like his knee.
Let me see. It may have been his knee or his fist. It may have been his fist. Yeah, I think it's his fist. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know if that's his.
It just looked like he kind of like, nigga, like.
But like, look at that, man. Like, but I think it went. Yo, did it go through him?
Wait,
that's what it looked like. It looked like he got aced, bro.
Yeah, it looked like he got aced, bro. That is crazy. And here's my thing, and a lot of people were saying this on Twitter as well. You know, the way Gege writes, man, like, you know, I don't think there's a power up coming for Yuji, man. I think he might be cooked, like.
And so okay,
because Oh, go ahead.
And I'm gonna try to make this quick. This kind of is what when we first talked about it, and I could understand a piece of it why when Todd said he didn't necessarily like it from the jump. And I think we kind of talked about this a little bit in the chat. And I think for one, this really heavily developed as we see what's happened. Mm-hmm. I thought whenever the transition from Yuji to Megumi happened, this was going to be a major moment of conflict for Yuji, right? Yeah. Like now, this entire time, like a cycle for him has always been like, okay, my solution to everything is, bro, just kill me.
Yeah,
like,
kill me.
Like I'll just die.
But he was prepared for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like let's just get these fingers and let me die, and then we'll call it a day. Like this nigga's done. Like, and that's been his whole demeanor and his entire like mental process with it. Now with Sukuna outside of his body, I wanted this to kind of be a little bit of a moment for Yuji to kind of develop a little bit more, but also show me how much you've grown as our MC, because obviously throughout this time, like, it doesn't feel like he's been our MC, right?
So, but my only question is, especially since they like technically Sukuna and Yuji are one vessel, do they still share that cognitive kind of thinking when it comes to? Like,
I think he is out.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, do you think he knew that Yuji was going to, try to, off himself at some point, like very soon? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Because it's the same thing, like I was saying before. Like, as his vessel, he's going to gain access into his brain, like into the whatever's going on mentally with Yuji. Like,
so Sukuna just was like, I got to do this now or never, type shit. Okay.
I mean, he probably heard Yuji's thoughts of, oh, this is cool. Like in 212, right before it happened, right before Sumiki had her big reveal and Megumi's spirit broke, he probably heard like, yeah, this is cool. All I got to do now is just die.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, no, fuck that.
Yeah, we about to run it up.
Insane.
But I
did have some kind of responses to some of the things that were being said. I'm forgetting one of them right now, which is kind of embarrassing. But in 213 and talking about Jacob's Ladder, my boy pointed out something really cool between the relationship of Megumi and Sukuna. Sukuna, we have him as the disgraced or the fallen angel. And building all this biblical subtext, we also have Megumi, who is the blessing. So we have the fallen angel kind of coming to the blessing. And it deepens when you know a bit about Jacob and Esau, and that lineage, God's chosen people being Jacob or Israel. So Jacob's ladder is a dream that he has about the angels walking up and getting. It's the bridge kind of between heaven and earth.
Yeah.
And with Megumi being blessings, he could be maybe perceived as God's chosen person. Yeah. So shout out to my boy Justin who was talking to me about that. And just that whole kind of thing just deepens what's going on. And this is what I was actually about to mention earlier. Because with Yuji talking about how intentional it feels for him to be created as a vessel for Sukuna, I think that it seems, maybe that Sukuna and Kenjaku have something planned together. But as we were talking about before, you can't put no leash on Sukuna. Like, you can't expect him to bend to someone's will because, he's the calamity. He's overwhelming aggression. He's not going to submit. So I think that's why Yuji was created so specifically and intentionally, to be a harness, so that whenever Kenjaku felt like maybe he could bring Sukuna out, put Sukuna back, and control him through Yuji. And thinking that Sukuna would find some way around that is why he might have awakened Hana, or the angel, through Hana Kurusu as insurance, someone else that could nullify Sukuna's techniques or anything, but also coming from that same status or lineage of that special angel grade. Piece that we have. Yeah. So, and above special grade, but just being of the angel, because as we saw with Jacob's ladder, she was literally ripping between their two souls, their two spirits, removing him as this embodiment of curse, this embodiment of evil and sin from this blessed child. So I think that's maybe why Hana Kurusu is around. And I don't know how long she's going to be around because of her little dumbass decision to jump down there like she was cool.
She said that.
Okay, but also that arises another question, right? So now Hana seems to have this attachment to Megumi, and she cuts off at the end when she says Megumi, like you've always something, right? Like, pull that up for me.
It's on Twitter, so it's gonna take a little minute.
Man,
I'm going to it right now.
All right.
Oh, go ahead, Phil.
you know that one like scene that was like Yuta, Megumi, and Itadori, and there was this like kind of just like recapping the shit, and
the campfire.
The campfire, and then basically he was like Megumi or Yuji was guilty. He was like, like, damn, like I killed all these people, boom, 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 and then bro was like, start by saving me, type shit. Like, and I just feel like, damn, like I didn't really think about it at the time, but now that this shit came out, it's like, damn, like I'm curious to see how that shit comes full circle, because it's like, Yuji.
I think the full circle moment, kind of encompassing it, is Megumi saving Yuji in the very first thing, and then Yuji coming back. And why did you decide to save me?
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that someone you save won't hurt someone in the future? Won't kill someone in the future? That's Yuji. That whole question that's being posed, and then you have this happen, and it's like, bruh.
Shit.
So I mean, in a lot of senses, he's cooking. Like in a lot of senses, he's cooking. But I'm still just needing, a bit more explanation about why Sukuna can choose his vessel and why is Yuji. We know Yuji is as a product of Kenjaku, but we need that. We need that explanation. We need that fulfillment of Yuji's kind of character so that we can really understand whether or not this was a. What exactly kind of move is this? This to kind of move Sukuna.
My thing is, I think it kind of boils down to Yuji's mom, especially with Kenjaku being the one who kind of, I guess, like possessed her or whatever. I feel like that's because we know that Kenjaku is very methodical with a lot of his moves that he's been making over the course of a bunch of years in order to get to this point currently right now in the story. But the fact that and like I said, we do know that Yuji's grandfather may have had some kind of connections with a lot of that, but I feel like a lot of the stuff that's going to really determine how Yuji like what Yuji not only is capable of, but also his reasoning for being chosen as a vessel in a lot of ways is because of Yuji's mom. But like I said, I don't 100% know. And has it ever been?
That's it's valid because Kenjaku said something in either 211 or 212 where he spoke about extracting a technique from Kaori whenever he possessed her body. Mm-hmm. So, and we know she's not of the same lineage as the Itadoris, but he got something from this lady.
Yeah.
Which is really like. Yeah, so there's a lot about Yuji we don't understand. There's a lot about Sukuna we don't understand. So there's a lot we're in the blind about.
Mm-hmm. And it just seems like everything just seems so intentional, especially at this point. And I don't know, man. Like it's real interesting, kind of see how things are kind of playing out. My only thing is, especially with like another thing I'm kind of worried about is like Yuji's mental state, man. Like especially with what you guys said, the full circle of how everything's kind of playing out. Imagine you've already decided how you want your life to end, how this, that, and the third, and the one thing that you were made to be purpose for, a cog, basically, that shit is taken away from you, and now you're like, what is your purpose now? What are you going to do? And
I think Gojo comes back. That's why I think Gojo comes back within the next.
I definitely do think he's coming back, but my thing is more so, at what point is he coming back? What will be his purpose at that point? I did like the thing that Taj pointed out as far as the enlightenment, basically going through enlightenment for Gojo. But as far as Yuji's purpose, there doesn't necessarily seem to be. I mean, I guess there's clues to it, but I want to kind of see what his, not only his mindset, but like how everything kind of plays out with his character, ultimately.
Yo,
Right.
you said you talking about his mindset. Mind you, Shibuya was when
Like
the
Like
30th
2
of
weeks.
October, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I was just about to bring this up.
It is the 16th, dog.
of January.
2
That's
weeks.
But
crazy.
also remember, time.
No, of
November.
November,
Oh, November? Really?
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
bro. It's been what 17 days
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
This nigga
Just
had
all
so much
that?
trauma,
So that's
man.
17 days for them. But remember, when Gojo gets into the seal, into the 6-eye seal, into the box,
Just like a hyperbolic time chamber type shit.
time doesn't pass
Oh, okay.
at all. He literally says, "Oh, like when he gets there, he said, oh, well, I guess time here doesn't pass."
So is that like, you know, when he gets out, he'll be like, oh, I was barely in there, or is that the opposite, where like it's feel like this infinite time, like?
I don't know. So
I guess
regardless,
those two. I mean,
regardless, he gonna have to come out swinging. But
He don't have a choice.
Yeah,
Niggas is
but
in
I
shambles
wonder-
already.
but I wonder
they got everything
how,
to get him out, though, right?
So, but this is the thing. Megumi,
That's what I think is about
Megumi
to
has
happen
it.
now.
Megumi has it.
Oh yeah. He does.
So that's why I'm like, first off, in order to go get Gojo out, Megumi is gonna have to be diabolical here and have to hold back against Sukuna in order to get to Gojo.
Yeah.
Because I highly doubt Sukuna is gonna take that damn prison realms back.
He'll be like, oh yeah, I always want to fight Gojo. Hey, let's have it popping. Hey,
Exactly.
Loki, that'd be fire though. It'd be like, hey, let that nigga out. let that nigga out the box. Let's go.
That's crazy.
That'd be crazy.
But the last thing that I was gonna say,
my question is, what is Choso holding on to in 211? Because that looks like the back of the prison arm right there.
in 211. Well, I can't go back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can actually.
It should be at the.
It's a button to go back.
I think Choso has it and not Megumi right now.
You said 211.
Yeah, page 5.
Did they mention Choso in these recent chapters? I think he was mentioned at some point, but I forgot in what capacity it was. I don't know if he was.
But speaking of Choso, I want to speak on chapter 55 when he first gets introduced, and just to remind everybody listening of that of what I'm talking about there.
Oh,
So-
Choso might have that. Yeah.
Yeah, Choso. I think Choso has it because
Yeah, I
Maki
think-
says
yeah.
at least the back of the prison room is safe,
Okay.
and thank God.
Yeah, I was about to say, thank God.
Hey, you need something.
Yeah, that kind of clears up some stuff for us a little bit.
But the thing is like, if Megumi did have it, then Hana could have nullified it right then and would have been lit. But
Yeah, you could have
But,
already got Gojo out. Yeah.
yeah. So in chapter 55, this is right around Origin of Obedience at the beginning of the arc. Nahito is holding the death painting, and he asks Kenjaku, why don't they destroy cursed objects like these? And Kenjaku responds, when it's special grade, they just can't do it. They halt its life stream, but preserve its existence with a constraint that prevents it from doing any further damage. But Sukuna is doing damage. That's an exception. He became the cursed object, but even after being split into 20 pieces, he's still able to attract curses for all this time and choose his vessel. And then the conversation moves into the death painting can be anyone, and then they have the death painting. So that's where I'm coming from with this whole him choosing his vessel thing. But at this point, is anything accurate? Do we have any good translations? What can we believe? What do we actually know?
He himself.
If that's the case, then Yuji technically, like, he was more like a cage. He wasn't really like
Yeah, he was,
a vessel.
And that's the beginning of 213, where he says, "I recognize Megumi's I recognize his his curse techniques capability."
Yeah.
Like, and that's what kind of got him into him in the first place. Why he was, really messing with Megumi.
He said
But
his
he said-
capacity to suppress him.
Yeah, but his capacity to serve as a vessel is the same way as you. So that's why he waited until the exact moment where his soul broke. And I just love the soul being reintroduced because with Sukuna coming to take over his body when the soul breaks, it strengthens what Gege was writing earlier about the body being the soul, about the soul and the body being combined, and the whole Mahito's whole existence. That was his whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, when he was asking, what do you think changes shape first, the body or the soul? And he said, you know, it's the same. But
I wonder.
yeah, so that's why he waited for that moment.
I wonder why, especially the like the depiction that we get of Sukuna in this, he still looks like Yuji in a way. What do you think that would have changed if?
Well, that is Ryoma Sukuna. Like that is like they already have somewhat of similar features, especially from the side. Obviously, like that is
that makes it even crazier.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, you do have to kind of take into consideration that in his domain, in these things that we get to see of him in his domain, he doesn't have 4 arms.
Yeah.
So this
that is true.
probably isn't his true image, but it's some sort of. But he's wearing his own fit. Like he wearing shoes. They're like hard bottoms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Or he's really going to church.
Those steel
he's
toes,
really
man.
an angel.
Those steel toes, man.
That's crazy. He got hard bottom crazy sandals with socks. What is it? Tabby sandals. But so because he doesn't have his 4 arms, it makes me believe that that's not his true physical form. And that maybe even though we got glimpses of his physical form in earlier chapters and chapter covers, what does he really, really look like?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I like the way he look in Megumi's body.
No cap.
Yeah.
He look cool.
You think anybody can piece Sukuna up? Y'all think anybody can piece Sukuna up?
Like
Gojo?
who's there now?
The
Or
only-
Gojo?
Yeah, right.
Gojo's the only answer.
Like what about this short? Like why does this Yuriziha or whatever her name is? You know, why should like whatever her name is? I know.
I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I'm gonna keep it a band with you, bro. I don't think Sukuna cared about
none of them.
Zoru at all. I think he was just like he heard Yuji's thoughts, you know, being in Yuji's brain or whatever, and watched Megumi's soul break because of Sumiki, and said, it's my time. He was like, "Thank you, sir." Now he about to go and wash them whenever he get out of this whole mess. But that was his whole thing. But the thing is like he's no longer in Megumi's body. He's not constrained to anything. He can do whatever he wants, huh?
Yeah, facts. See, my thing is, I do want to ask my question. So, at the end of the chapter, you see Hanase, not Hanase, which is funny because Hanase.
Hana.
Yeah, Hana. But I said Hanase. You know, Hanase speak. You know what I mean. Anyways, you hear Hanase, Megumi, like I have always, and then it stops. So like it brings me to when we see them as kids when they're younger, and you see Hana over on the bus stop with the Shikigami, with one of his Shikigami dogs, the white dog. And obviously you see Megumi and Gojo kind of walk off after that with the dog. So what do you think that speculates when it comes to the potential past relationship for Kurusu, Hana, for Hana and Megumi at that time?
So wait, what's your question?
So what is the connection between Hana and Megumi outside of the vague thing that we got in the panel of her at the bus stop with his Shikigami? If she ends the chapter off with Megumi, I have always ...
He was going to say, Megumi, I have always loved you because she's stupid as hell.
Yeah.
And 2, I don't think they had a relationship outside of that because Megumi 100% did not recognize this girl whenever they linked back up.
Yeah.
She knew who he was, did not know who she was.
Okay.
That's my personal kind of.
Nah, yeah, I'm on the same shit.
But
that shit like one-sided as fuck. Damn.
Just in a situationship, bro. With a demon.
I got 2 questions. Do you think that do you think that Megumi should have had some kind of sense of urgency, especially seeing Sumiki for the first time? Like even I feel like because like even for myself, I feel like he should have recognized some like a couple things, like especially like how everything kind of like popped up. You know, she just popped up or whatever. This is just appeared.
That was all planned.
That was a plan. No, for okay.
So the plan was the plan was to when they had the points to give, and it was almost her time to be activated into the culling game.
Mm-hmm.
All they had to do, they had Ijichi bring her in. They had Ijichi bring her to that. The only coincidence,
okay, that was it.
The only coincidence of it was, why did you come to this exact spot?
Mm-hmm.
You literally pulled up and you came right where we were. You got into the culling game and gave the rule that we could not give. The thing about it is, to answer your question about an emergency plan, his entire plan was just ruined with no backup.
Yeah, facts.
So
he only had
Megumi. For Sumiki.
Yeah,
the whole plan
give him the 100 points
was,
and then
let me do my best to get Sumiki out of this. So I can protect my sister. Yeah. You no longer can protect your sister because your sister is not your sister at this point. From what you're figuring out then and there.
So was that somebody possessing Sumiki or was it just somebody who cloned
So from what we was given in the beginning was like a vessel, but what we're seeing doesn't necessarily seem vessel-like compared to the other vessels that we've seen when it comes to these vengeful spirits or these other Yujis that was speculated. Because when you see it in Kurusu, they have these slits where this curse can speak on its own. They're two separate beings, technically. Versus, even though when she comes into the game, it registers as Sumiki Fushiguro, it's not...
I think she's possessed.
Not all the vessels have that because all the awakened sorcerers like Kashimo, like Reggie, they don't have slits because they don't go exist with anyone. They just take them over. Same with Choso. But the awakened sorcerers we see, like the helicopter people and the jet girl, those are people who just got they weren't ancient sorcerers. They just got cursed techniques.
Yeah. So even with Kashimo and them, you don't think. So you think that these were just the spirits in different vessels, and they don't have to have that, like they take over completely, and that is just
they don't give a fuck. But you gotta remember, like with the kind of similarities between Hana and Yuji, are that they both have their consciousness still intact. They both have control, so they share their body with the ancient sorcerer who's occupying their body. That's why. Angel will pop out and talk, and Sukuna will pop out and talk. But versus Kashimo and Reggie, they not sharing nothing. They came and they took over. Choso's not sharing nothing with that dude. Like whole time Choso really, a womb. Like he really took over somebody's body. Remember? So they're not sharing anything.
Okay.
Hey, off topic. Hey, this funny as fuck. Hey, Todd, you said you commented on the Hornets. Like Dennis Smith Jr. lays it in. He said, mind you, we down by 20 and they using emojis.
It's ridiculous, bro. Like they be playing with us, bro.
Yeah, that shit funny as fuck, bro. But I do want to kind of close it out with this. Especially one thing in particular, I don't think you touched on this, Taj, was the fact that things may be going at a accelerated rate within Jujutsu Kaisen. I wanted you to kind of elaborate that, and what do you think is going to happen from here on out? Any predictions, especially with this happen at this point in the story, which I feel like it's safe to say I think a lot of us anticipated this happening a little bit along the lines, like down the lines, or a little bit later. For one thing, I did anticipate that shit was looking too sweet for a little while, so shit had to get shaken up. But now that we're here, I want to kind of get your opinion on that, Josh, and the rest of you guys.
Yeah, I am 100% like with the belief that Gege is trying to end the series. There are things that I was anticipating or expecting that just simply didn't happen. So, for one, my primary example being, whenever Maki returned, I thought we didn't know what was up with Maki. We didn't know if she had lost her mind and she needed somebody to come swoop in and save her. We spoke about it maybe being Yuta to come in and end the violence, but she seemed to be okay. She came, talked to Megumi, and he's like, "Oh, she's different." But there was no discussion about what happened in those days. There was no discussion about I murdered the entire Zenin clan. You are the head of a clan that doesn't exist. We wanted to see how that had impacted Megumi and Yuji finding these things out. And it's like that could have been an extra 2 chapters, but Gege is kind of like, let's just move on. Or like Ijichi being put in a position to maybe replace Sumiki as a player. Sumiki exiting the game and Ijichi coming in, but it's like, where was this kind of conversation? Why was Ijichi just kind of hanging outside of the colony? Where is Todo? What is he doing without his hand? Where is Inumaki? Where is Miwa? Where is Miwa, bro?
Yeah,
Miwa had that one panel walking down a path of destruction, and we ain't seen her since. So it's like,
what's she gonna do?
All these other storylines, bro. We have all these other storylines that we feel like need to be fleshed out, and there's nothing going on.
Mm-hmm.
But we have these people advancing. Like Kyoto is down horrible. They are no longer in the competition between Tokyo Jujutsu High and Kyoto Jujutsu High. Kyoto, they're non-factor. But we still have Miwa, and we have Kusakabe. And we know how strong Kusakabe is. This man done got a volume cover. He deflected Uzumaki, a maximum technique. And Kenjaku aimed Uzumaki at Miwa. Did he see something in her that was like she can grow and become a threat? Or was it just targeted violence? You know what I'm saying? But there's so many things that I feel like we were kind of on pace to get, and then we don't. And then this timeline is so disjointed. Things are, I don't know. I mean, I love Gege, but the way things kind of progress just makes it not as entertaining to follow as with the chronological story of Shibuya. You know what I'm saying? Or if we go into a flashback, we're consistent. The way things have just moved, it's been as if, the love for the manga is lessening. So hopefully, within this shorter chapter that he wrote, and these setup things, like, what was this, 9 pages that we got?
Yeah, it was super short. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like we haven't got a 9-page chapter since the hiatus. That was like the chapter right before the hiatus, or the chapter that ended Perfect Preparation. So, is he falling out with the thing? Is he just, because when he announced that, Jump Fiesta, 2023, I'm grateful that I'm finally going to be done with this series, like writing this off. And it feels like we're moving at a pace where these are these big plot points that I had, and we're just going to kind of like tie some things in between them and introduce them. But as far as, I think everything will work because he's had such a good foundation in the 170, 80 chapters that he wrote preceding all this. But it's like, it's feeling like right now it's just going to be tying just strings together. But, the art in 213 was beautiful. The juxtaposition of the light panel with Jacob's ladder to the darkness when it
goes down,
single middle was pretty cool. So there's still some intentionality. But why was one of Megumi's shoulders over here and the other one over here whenever his head got big?
Yeah.
Like, kind of what's going on type of thing. Was that the last page and you just trying to finish things up before you get it to the editor and say fuck off? Or is there a reason behind the way things look? Yeah. Because we got people investigating cursed techniques because of your choices here. So we want to know what's really going on.
Yeah. I literally.
But also, last thing is just Takaba. What the hell is he about to do?
See, but
this comedian who can be more powerful than anyone else in the world if he finds himself funny. What is his role? Because he is there right now.
That's why I say him, Noritoshi, and Maki are there just reacting. They in shock. They in standstill. They know they can't compete. But I want to say
Noritoshi going home, bro.
yeah, somebody gotta go. I pray it ain't Yuji, but Yuji looking real down bad right now.
I don't think he going out like that,
but I will say, damn, I did lose my point actually.
My bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't remember.
Yo, my bad. No, damn, bro. Let's give you a moment of silence, bro. You go remember this.
I already went silent. Nigga want me to look crazy even more?
So okay, maybe I can refresh. Let me see.
It was based off of what Taj said. I can't remember.
He said he was
Oh,
saying,
just pacing. I said Miwa, Takaba, Todo,
the last
Inumaki.
page. The last page about the nigga
Biting.
nigga head.
Oh,
Like I said before, I generally think that was literally like a bloodlust type of thing off of deception that, because remember it says like in the bottom in that corner,
I have
like,
always.
you can't hide a curse's true nature. So I think that's just literally a means of deception for the whole like I'm all everything is all right, and she just like, oh, Megumi, and he's just like, gotcha, bitch.
Wait, hold up. Is that so? That's his shoulder?
Yeah, that's Megumi. That's
No,
look at it.
or is that the wing?
bro. Look at the art on the left side. Well, he's hugging her.
Yeah,
and then,
bro.
Like,
Look at this tattoo, bro.
Whose is that? Whose shoulder is that?
Oh, that might be the wing. You're
that's
right.
the wing.
Yeah, that's a
the
wing. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, but still, the proportions of his arm do not make sense for that other arm to be wrapped around that wing like that.
no, it make him look like he got
Nah,
small.
he crushing. But I'm saying like his head is like, I think that's why I say like it's bloodlust, because in moments like that, like Guts' iconic panel, same thing. Like it's a stretch of the emotion of the blood.
But the proportions is still kind of there. Like he looks like that shark off of what is it?
Shark.
That movie with Oscar.
Oh, Shark Tale?
Yeah, bro. Fish and friends not food. That dude.
Oh, that's Nemo.
That's what he look like.
Yeah, but
no. Okay, I'm getting confused.
Niggas is
One of
getting me
them.
confused. But I still think that that's a bitch, I got you. Like, you stupid.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yo, but one thing that I did like within the scans and was how they kind of went into and expounded upon the name of the arc being Curse Wound Under Heaven, and Under Heaven being kind of like the disgrace, the fallen. So, and how that was almost Jujutsu Kaisen's original name. So it just ties into Sukuna has been driving the plot secretly, or has been an intentional piece of what's about to be put together since the beginning. So really cool details there. And I'm really excited. You know, with all of my distaste and all of my, specific things, we get Megumi. We getting Sukuna with Megumi's curse technique.
Yeah, that's
like imagine seeing like imagine if he tried to pop that domain.
Imagine.
Bro.
Oh yeah, we still haven't seen it,
bro. He gonna complete it, bro.
that's great.
He gonna complete. Because think about it.
Use Maharaga.
But think about, but not even that though. Even think about Sukuna's domain within his domain is barrierless. And
he can double the domain.
But no, I'm just saying. But thinking about his domain, Megumi's seems to have some type of technically cage to develop his like the rest of his domain, because obviously when you see like he's in the cave on Origin of Obedience, it's the same way that we saw whenever he was fighting Reggie. He went into the stadium to pop the domain. So in that same sense, could Sukuna do this shit barrierless, bro? Can he just do this?
Dog. You know what makes it so crazy? We've had from Origin of Obedience and from Curse Who Must Die, just this kind of message of Megumi not fulfilling his potential. And even in 213 in the beginning, Sukuna states that he saw the capability of his curse technique. And it just brings you back to chapter 58 when Megumi finally decides to try to pop his domain. The conversation is, Megumi, you don't know how to bring out your best, do you? That's what Gojo says to him. You don't know how to bring out your best. So, and he has the whole comparison about how him and Yuji are the type to always swing for the fences in the baseball game, but he's a dude who will have a sacrificial bunt. Like, we have that being said, and then we have Sukuna like, I'm finna go bring out his best. I'm finna go get that. But one thing I want to say before I kind of end it off, what's been recognized about Megumi from Gojo is his skill and potential are probably higher than Yuji's. And the only thing that's missing is that mental aspect. And he tells him here about, it's not even here. Because he's talking about the Ace in his league. But I wanted to go to the part where he talked to Megumi, or Gojo talks to Megumi about the history behind their clans. about the last person with Gojo's curse technique and the last person with Megumi's technique, and how they were rivals, and how only they had the power to, kind of off the other. In the end, the Gojo clan won or whatever. But Gojo kind of looks at Megumi like, if you get to where you're supposed to be, you might be me. So it's like with Sukuna and Megumi's body, where does he now rank amongst strength in the cast of Jujutsu Kaisen? 15 fingers Sukuna in Megumi's body.
I do have
with
a question.
Access to his brain.
I do have a question though. When it comes to, I know you mentioned this before in a podcast where you say, inherently we do prop up Gojo to be this guy who's like basically like the strongest, right? Like known as the strongest, but he's somebody who's very familiar with failure. Do you think in a way, I'm not saying that rubbed off on Megumi, but do you think that that's kind of like a parallel between Gojo and Megumi, especially since Gojo is kind of the one who kind of, I ain't gonna say raised them, but probably raised
father.
them.
That's
Daddy Gojo.
I see.
Yeah. No, but
you said that, not me.
Daddy.
Nah, Megumi don't even recognize him as that. He'd be like, yeah, that's that dude. He'd be like, Sumiki raised me. Be real.
No, but what do you think about that? Especially like the two characters, like. And I don't think it's inherently Megumi's fault or Gojo's fault, but somehow, some way, two people who have a lot of talent and basically, what's the word? I'm not gonna say like basically like they were chosen ones. Oh, maybe Gojo was a chosen one, but both of them.
Megumi has the clan's technique. Yeah. He has the bloodline's technique.
So two chosen ones in essence kind of have this, I guess. This connection, connection with failing a lot, or like, I would say not necessarily things kind of going their way. Do you think that's done on purpose by Gege in a sense, or in kind of a way?
I think so. I think you have to have someone like, legends precede legends. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a master, you got to train under a master. And like what I'm saying, I found the panel. And Gojo says, I think it was during the Edo or maybe the Keicho period. I forget. But the heads of their respective households killed each other in a fight before the aristocracy. And back then, who were the heads? Megumi asked. And Gojo says, a limitless curse technique user with the 6 eyes, like me, for the Gojo. So they killed each other, bro.
Really?
And a 10 shadows technique user like Megumi for the Zenin family. Like, you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, if you want somebody to raise somebody like that, there's no one better than Gojo. So I don't know if failure particularly rubbed off on it, but I think it might be the exact opposite, because Gojo has already realized his sort of talents and his capability. Megumi he might have this inferiority complex, and he has this Gojo saves the day. Or if Gojo doesn't save the day, my Horaga will save the day and I will die.
Yeah.
So like, I always have this ace card to look forward, and I always have this crutch that I can depend on. He doesn't know how to stand alone and fight in solitude. And, perfect example is like having Yuta, who literally had to be alone. And then he found his strength through other people. So, and his teacher was Gojo. He's another one of those people who were up here in the class.
So, for one thing, I think. Do you think they're foreshadowing a battle between like Megumi possessed Sukuna and Gojo, especially with that you just mentioned?
I can't lie to you, bro.
That would be crazy.
If I get that,
that's all I need.
Like, we're good, bro. We're good. Me and Gege are good. But I kind of want it separate. Like, I kind of want maybe Gojo comes out the box. He battles with Megumi Sukuna for a little bit, loses, something like that, and we're like, okay, so Megumi at his full potential might beat Gojo, and then we can have the conversation forever with or without Sukuna. But then Sukuna somehow gets extracted. Maybe he uses the technique. I think it was 2 of the sacred treasures that kind of open a portal arc and create a vessel specific that Sukuna can embody. And if we get Sukuna on his own versus Gojo, if we can get that battle, I don't know. I know this story isn't about the battles, but those are 2 that we really do want to see. We want to see, because he talks about this limitless curse technique user with the 6 eyes versus the 10 shadows user. And we talk about Gojo and Sukuna. We had that earlier translation of Sukuna saying that he alone is the honored one. And Gojo, whenever he reached his strength or whenever he accessed reverse curse technique, that he alone was the honored one. So who really is the honored one? Like, oh, it's not that much
take the
honor.
title. Oh man, this is dope. This is like when they hyped up Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather, but that fight wasn't as good as I hoped. No, but I do want to ask this though, and I want to ask everyone, what like this is? I think this is the first time where we can kind of say where a protagonist seems to really. I mean, I'm not gonna say really has lost everything, but I really don't have like in Naruto. I kind of like there was like a hint at him kind of going like getting tapped in. We knew that his dad was a Hokage. He came from he came from something. With Yuji, like it's one thing, and this is something that's really a rarity within a lot of shonen. I have no idea what is going to happen or what like necessarily like his purpose is, man. And it's something that's very intriguing to me because like I feel like this may just be me, but I feel real bad for Yuji, man. Like I don't think there's nothing like it doesn't seem like anything's inherently special about him, other than maybe like his. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't seem like anything's inherently special about him. And y'all might not like this, but I'm getting a lot of Alan Walker vibes, especially with Yuji in a way, because you're looking at somebody who has been propped up in a way, and then it just seems like slowly but surely shit's just being like he's like his purpose isn't necessarily defined at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. It's like really it's sad, but at the same time, I'm really rooting for Yuji in some kind of aspects. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I really don't. What do you think, Phil?
Me.
Oh, what do you think, Todd?
I think he has purpose. I think his purpose is defined already. Like it still is. It's the same to save Megumi, and I think he's gonna say. I just don't know how that shit is gonna happen. Like I really don't know. Mm-hmm. But I feel like everything y'all saying is true. But I do want to see Gojo. I want to see Gojo versus Megumi, but I just don't. I feel like Gojo is not gonna be the same. I don't know. Like I don't know why. Like I just feel like he's gonna be nerfed, and this is not gonna be the same. But then it's like we still gotta get Yuta versus Kenjaku too. So like, what the fuck that shit going? Like, how you gonna tie that shit into that shit? So
I mean, to be honest, Gojo's really the only person who can, because you looking at Kenjaku and Sukuna seemingly on the same team. The only person who seems like they work.
I think Yuta could.
Yuta. I mean, okay.
I don't know.
Yuta, but as far as other than Yuta, like Gojo.
But like Yuta has. My thing about Yuta when it comes to Kenjaku is like, yeah, Kenjaku probably do got more in his bag than Geto has had previously, but
and he got Geto back.
Yeah, I was about to say and Geto's back. The only thing about it is
Uzumaki.
Yuta can deal with that.
Yeah.
Like Yuta can deal with Uzumaki because he has once before.
Yeah, I can't.
But at the same time, Yuta probably got some extra shit in the bag too that we don't know about. But in that case, I think Yuta can hold his own with Kenjaku still.
But even, I mean, man, I don't know, man. It just seems so lopsided right now, man. Even though it's crazy because like it seems so lopsided for this one action because of Sukuna taking over Megumi. But I don't know, man. It seems so like it seemed like everything was going good. They even mentioned that they were kind of self-aware of that, and then like now it's kind of like damn, like where do you go from here, man? Like especially the shit with Tengen. Like Tengen, we know like his real body is exposed or whatever, right? And then you good?
Yeah, bro, I'm listening.
Oh, your face look like that shit burned.
Nah, that shit good.
But that shit look like it hurt you, my boy.
I'm good. I'm totally good. I literally was just trying it because I'm waiting for you. He said. I'm taste testing. It's a taste test. Like,
yeah, okay. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. It just seems like this one action itself has so many consequences. I feel like it changes the whole situation of the Culling games. To be honest, and I don't know, man.
Oh, the one thing that I wanted to say in response to you
Wait.
was you were saying you don't know what's up with Yuji. Well, Gojo talked about, and we know that Yuji really hasn't been around for long, so we don't know if this is long enough. But Gojo talked about um, Yuji at some point, because he doesn't have a curse technique, but he has his own curse energy separate from Sukuna. He would get Sukuna's curse techniques. They would be engraved into his body because of their coexistence inside of that vessel.
Oh, okay.
So maybe with Sukuna leaving, maybe he didn't take all of his cursed energy. Maybe some of his cursed technique is left, and Yuji can have a like how Ichigo had inside of the what is it called? Where the tunnel between Soul
The
Society
Precipice
and
World?
Yeah.
Precipice World.
yeah, the Precipice World. He can sit there for a little bit and just, you know what, let me get this technique right, or let me go ahead and learn Bankai before I go save the Soul Society real quick. Inside of and you know how he does.
Yeah.
But maybe there is an opportunity for them. The other thing is we don't have any word on Yuta. Like we said, we're expecting him to fight Kenjaku, but he could have a tragic turn since everything is kind of going unexpected and end up in Sukuna's path and get killed. But we could have a couple of chapters of maybe us thinking that he's coming to save Megumi. And the last person to not rule out, because at this point, she's been handled kind of poorly, so she has to be reintroduced greatly. If she's going to be reintroduced, is Nobara. Maybe she comes back with some sort of way to mitigate the damage that's going on and kind of turn the odds back into the side of
If
They're gonna give her a bigger hammer.
if she that's so foul. That's so foul.
She gonna be like Usopp. She gonna be Usopp.
That is actually foul.
Nah, I can see
That's
that.
if she alive.
No.
Like that, like Miwa's what's bro Unomaki, fucking Panda. It's like I'm like, what y'all doing?
Panda,
like
we know where Panda.
Yeah,
Panda
for
on the
real.
stake.
Like even
Panda on the
Like,
stake.
yeah,
We know
yeah.
where he at.
Hikari, I want to.
Nah,
What
you with Hikari.
I know he baby.
Nah,
baby
bro,
Panda.
yeah,
This
but
baby
it's just
Panda,
like
though.
that's like, but it's like okay, like
But
what y'all about to
the thing
do?
is
Like,
this. See, but the thing is this, and the reason I'm kind of harping on Nobara is because we know her technique is tied to the soul. We know she manipulates kind of the soul in the same, not in the same way that Mahito does, but Mahito recognized her as a natural enemy because she can identify the shape of the soul. And with what happened with Megumi, his soul was broken. Maybe she's learned a way to do more than just identify the shape of the soul, but manipulate it, repair it, something. So with this whole thing, he's written an opportunity for her to be reintroduced into the story in a meaningful capacity. But we don't know what he's going to do. And if he decides to let this window of opportunity pass, the kind of way we thought she was coming back a couple of chapters ago. You remember when we was talking about it? And by a couple of chapters, I mean a couple of months. But we thought, there were several opportunities for her to be reintroduced.
Yeah.
So he kind of writes these windows, and here's another window that he wrote for her to be introduced in a meaningful way. And we don't know. We have to stay tuned. Maybe she will, maybe she won't.
And
maybe she comes after all this.
I would say
Maybe
also.
she's dead.
I would say also, recently, even having Yuji kind of have that revelation of him being like, I don't want Hana to replace Nobara as basically the third member of the group or whatever. I think that could also be a hint towards it as well, because we haven't really gotten any mention of Nobara ever since the little
Well, nah, they mentioned.
Well, no, I'm talking about before, like with
like
Megumi
we don't get a panel. Like we don't see her physically like drawn. Like that was the first physically drawn shit that we seen. But they've always mentioned like, oh, like is she okay?
yeah, man.
Well, they said that once, but the way it is now, it's like I personally think it's not even justified to kill her at this point. If you kill her, that's a very sloppy handle of her ending, because you can't drag us along. This happened in chapter 124, dog.
Yeah.
We are coming up, 12 chapters away from 100 chapters from that incident. You can't string along for 100 chapters and she's dead.
Well,
that's not a good way to write. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not impressive. So in my perspective, I think the only thing that will satisfy the fans and satisfy what we need in her ending is for her to be reintroduced in an impactful way. If she gets reintroduced and is sacrificed, okay. If you don't want her in the story, okay. But I'm kind of tired of him writing these characters and either nerfing them or taking them out of the story so that he can move freely within his plot. Like, we fill Gojo because Gojo has a solution to every day. And then with Rika, we reintroduced Rika for what I think is kind of pointless. We know that Yuta was imbuing her cursed energy, one, into the ring, that's where it was, but two, into the sword. We could have had that specific cursed energy just set there. But now we just have, Rika has unlimited power for only 5 minutes. Like, why do we have to limit her in that way? Don't write her to be so powerful if we just go and knock her wherever it's not convenient to the storyline. Yeah. So it's like, same thing with Obama. Like, I just kind of want things to be written in a way where it's like always cohesive. You have a thought towards the end of the thing while you're writing. And maybe that's why he wrote Hikari in such a meticulous way and had this specific thing so that he could manipulate Hikari however he wanted to. But,
but yeah, I think we'll kind of leave it at that. I feel like we got a lot of. We talked about Jujutsu Kaisen for like an hour, man. That's just crazy. But we're only at 1 hour and 45 minutes. I think we're doing good on time, fellas. We're doing good on time. All right, so I'm gonna bring up a couple of side topics, and then we'll just go on to the hot takes for today. So the first side topic that we got for today. I mean, do we want to discuss this? What defines manga and can you make manga outside of Japan? I mean, we can talk about it a little bit. We can touch on it real quick.
We've already been talking about it a lot lately, so we might as well.
So, for me personally, I feel like a lot of people. I think, and it's funny because like I feel like Taj is very has a very is very opinionated on this topic as well. But I do want to kind of say manga. I feel like is pretty. I mean, I know a lot of people like to say, "Oh, this is manga," because of the artwork and the style. But I feel like there's a like differential between something being manga inspired, where the artwork looks that of like a, like a Tite Kubo, and that good artistry, or the typical manga style that we see today, as opposed to it being originated within the homeland of where manga is actually created. Because it's like, I guess in a way, but I don't know.
Think about this. When I think about it, think about one, we already sanction that shit off as something totally different, right? So like you title things webtoons, you title things manhwa. Like manhwa is not manga. You don't read that left to right. You swipe down.
And there's different kind of styles
to it. And even like a lot of like outside of Japan work. So even within your Black content creators, right? Like your art style of characters, similar to certain animes or mangas, but like you said, in that case, it's inspired, Like it doesn't seem like, I mean, sorry to say it, but it don't seem like it comes from the root of a separate entity other than like, especially like, let's just say like an American artist, right? Like it's a reason we call it comics. Like it's so much different, similar in ways, but the way things are brought to life in a physical page or even digitally is just different.
No, I agree. What do you guys think? I'll start with Phil and Ty, and then we'll go to Taj. I have an opinion I do want to get across, but let's. What do you think, Phil?
And we are on the same page on this one. I think manga is exclusive to Japan. Manhwa, so everything is like its own genre. It's like it's similarities. They have similarities, like Don Lewis saying, but it's not the same thing. Like they are.
Yeah, the origin of the styles are different. Yeah.
You're right. They're unique. So, yeah, I think so. I think they're all different.
What about you, Tosh?
I'm kind of, I think everybody knows where I lie, but I do want to play a bit of devil's advocate in a moment. But, if you get a Gucci bag off of Canal Street, New York, and is it a real Gucci bag? Was it made in a Gucci factory? Did you buy it from Gucci? Like, I feel like it's as simple as that. Like, people try to, I'm making an anime. Like, okay,
Who's your studio?
you're producing it here in America, cool. With an American studio, cool. Your voice actors, are they speaking Japanese? Are they Japanese? Oh, they're speaking English.
I don't know about
Are you
that one.
are you making a cartoon? Are you making a cartoon? And I'll say this. So we have Mark Bagley, and I'm just gonna read a little something about Mark Bagley. He, you might know him for the Ultimate Spider-Man. Bagley's Ultimate Spider-Man. I think he was actually he penciled 115 issues in a row, the longest unbroken run by a single creative team in American comics. And he has a savvy stylistic choice as Japanese comics were becoming very popular with American audiences. He had a westernized manga look. He had an influence from manga. But is the Ultimate Spider-Man a manga?
No.
Are any of those pages written with kanji? Are they written with hiragana? No, it's a comic. Like, it's okay to write a comic. I promise you it's okay to write a comic. It does not have to be a manga just because that's what you're familiar with. You can read comics. You can watch them. I mean, not watch them, but I think the thing that kind of ties people in is comics are always inked or always colored in a certain way, especially when you read them digitally. And that kind of throws people off. But nah, bro. And matter of fact, in Japan, I read that they don't even say manga. They don't call manga manga. They might call mangakas, but manga they call it as comics. And it's just been a Western thing that we call manga. Outside of Japan, manga is called manga, but there it's called comics. Call them comics. But here's the thing, and I'll ask this question, and I just kind of want to hear what y'all think. Do y'all consider Avatar: The Last Airbender to be an anime or a cartoon?
I say a cartoon.
I would say. But
Go ahead.
Okay, no. Well, my only question is, and this is just like something to bring up. So, is it more so the origin of where something came from, or the people who are making it? Because in a way, let's say Avatar: The Last Airbender was made by predominantly Japanese individuals.
Okay, I would definitely say that's an anime then.
So that's it. But do you think it's more so the origin of where it came from?
I say it's the origin of how it's presented. Avatar was not presented to us in any other form other than Americanized animation.
Okay.
Animation was very relevant as far as not relevant. Animation was presented to us in a very cartoony way. Mm-hmm. Obviously, in the same way anime is as well. But with Avatar, there was no basis to say this was a series that came. Obviously, it was from a book, but the book was written in what?
English.
The book was published in where?
America.
So in that case, it was issued in stores as a book. We received the anime in Americanized television on Nickelodeon. It was given to us in such a big time in American pop culture, with Nickelodeon being a very big broadcasting of cartoons. There was never anything along the lines of, your anime was Toonami.
Man, okay.
All of and even then, it was recognized as that. These series were secluded off to Saturday mornings and to weekday nights with Toonami. Okay. And your cartoons were broadcasted still by Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. Okay. But that is how it was presented to us. It was never
thrown
it was never
presented as the package of an anime.
Exactly. And I think the reason why it's so easy to consider it an anime is because one thing that a lot of people, when you register anime, you have your different genres, which a lot of people don't necessarily recognize until you really dive deep into it. You think about anime, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, your very heavily action-packed series. Avatar is a very, very plot-driven, but also action-based cartoon. So it's easy to attach the style to the same
journey.
Yeah. And not to say that it could have been inspired by anime, obviously, but in a sense, to me, that is a very American thing.
My only thing is, and man, I don't want to come like. I mean, I don't think this is inappropriate to say. How how Japanese do you have to be in order for something to be considered an anime or manga? As far as you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but like for example, like let's say you have people who are derivative of Japan, or basically they originate from Japan. They are based in America, but they are Japanese. They've been influenced by not only Japanese culture, but also Western culture, and they decide to make something. The style is that of a manga, right? But the delivery is that of a comic in a way, right? Comic.
Ain't that what we talking about? Ain't that the whole question?
No.
My question is, you still ain't even answer my question. Is Avatar an anime or is it a comic? I mean, a cartoon.
Oh, it's a. I mean, to me, it's a cartoon. But also, I do want to say this. Like, the reason I brought up the other question was, does it matter who the people are making it? Because, like I said, it could be.
No, and I'm about to answer your question, but we gotta let Phil answer the anime or cartoon question too.
Okay, cool.
Sure. Cartoon.
Okay.
Cartoon. Yeah. So to answer your question and to answer my question in one go, Avatar was made in California. It was made by a white dude and I think a dude who is half Japanese, or he's of East Asian descent. I think it's Japanese, but he's biracial, half white and half whatever country of origin his other parents from.
Mm-hmm.
It was produced in America, created in America, by Americans, sold in America. I think to be constituted or recognized as a manga, you got to go through a manga production company. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But
you get if Kodansha picks you up, if Shonen Jump picks you up, all right, you working with manga people. I don't care where you from, but I mean, you can be me. If you know Japanese, you lived 30 years in Japan, however long you lived in Japan, and you got your series picked up by a manga magazine, you might got you a manga. But if you sitting at home in Portland, Oregon, and you drawing, and you decide to sell it on the street as a manga.
So, and it's the same thing as like.
It don't work that way, thing, bro.
Like, it's the same way like what I say like, what is Solo Leveling?
Solo Leveling is Mama.
What's the Tower of God?
Mama.
What's God of High School?
Mama.
It's sold in stores, right?
Yeah.
But what's the difference between that and the actual manga? In book form.
But they don't have publishing companies attached to them. And that's the only thing, like...
Okay, it is a publishing company attached to it.
It's got color.
It's Webtoon.
But that's not a publishing company. That's a...
They publish Americanized manga that is known as manga.
But then YouTube would be considered a publishing company. It's not a publishing company. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a platform where you can display it. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
Water?
Water?
Now come on, water. That fire water, boy. What you talking about,
are at home. Y'all niggas at home. That is different. That is different.
Say less, my boy.
It's the same thing as like, if you niggas don't tell you to get on Webtoon and read a manga. They tell you to get on Webtoon and read a manhwa. They're telling you to read a Webtoon. They say read my Webtoon.
Let's go.
Read my manhwa.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, it's like asking somebody to watch a whole movie on Pornhub. Like, you're not about to go. You know what I'm saying?
Pornhub. Like, wait, what?
But no, but what I'm saying is, it's not like obviously it's a like all I'm saying is Webtoons isn't necessarily a publishing company, but I'm saying like I do get what you're saying. You're saying like you're not gonna look for a certain area of media or a certain medium on
Is Avatar on Crunchyroll, bro?
I think it is.
No, it's not. It's not on Funimation.
That shit might be on Porn. That shit might be on Pornhub though.
No,
you know why Benji brought that up?
It definitely is.
They be putting music videos on shit. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I
uploaded
watched
my
Black
music
Panther on
video to porn.
I watched Black Panther
Yeah.
on this site called Spank Bank. Shout out Spank Bank. But
Yo, bro, not him shouting out on port, bro.
sponsor us. I was thinking,
Oh
let
my
me
god.
see.
But no, it's not. Like that is a site specifically for what? Anime and manga.
Black Panther. Oh,
So
porn.
like, it's just like
It's not on Crunchyroll, but
it's Naruto on Disney.
it is Disney XD.
Yes.
Disney Plus. I'm sorry, the streaming service.
Black Clover is
Dragon Ball, bro. Dragon Ball was on Nickelodeon for a little bit.
Hey,
Nah, Dragon. No,
or
I'm saying
GT?
Dragon Ball Kai. Dragon Ball
but
Z
Black
Kai.
Clover's on Disney.
But like, but how was that delivered to
Yeah.
you? How was that delivered to you off of first interaction?
First interaction is probably
Yeah, but the thing is like you could say it's on Disney, you could say it's on Nickelodeon, but Nickelodeon had to buy those rights to sell that stuff.
And that's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Who
Like,
did they have to buy it from? You
But-
know?
yeah,
Like,
it ain't theirs.
But here's my thing. There's a lot of freelance mangas that don't necessarily have publishing companies, but especially with the elevation or the basically how social media is, a lot of these projects are being done without publishing companies. So would you still consider that a manga in a way?
Matter of fact, I'm thinking about what was the joint that Jaden Smith did?
oh, you talking about
Neo
Neo
Yokio.
That wasn't
Yeah.
Neo Yokio?
on Netflix. It was on Netflix.
Like
That
that joint for anime?
That shit.
Hey.
Look,
Do your
Yeah.
research. Do your
And that,
research.
Right.
that joint was on like Crunchyroll and all them joints, and he was speaking Japanese, and it might have been produced, but like, who was
That's
that
the other
created
shit.
by?
Cannon Busters or some shit too.
Oh yeah,
Cannon
Busters.
Busters is an
shit.
actual like
What
black.
what about
like a black written?
what was that one
Comic.
that just came out? What was that bullshit that came out with the black swords, black samurai?
Yasuke?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh,
But my
Yasuke.
thing is,
Oh,
but-
Yasuke.
but
that's
but
anime.
those
That's
are
anime.
productions that were produced within Japanese studios.
But like with
Who? Oh, Mappa produced it, right?
Yeah, Mappa did that.
okay.
Okay. But the thing is like, Mappa might have done. Like, who was the director? I don't know, bro. We're complicating this subject. My answer
But I
is
think
still no.
I think we're complicating it. I think it's only complicated because we all agree, but we got devil's advocates with it. Like,
Yeah,
it's like on
yeah.
the outside,
Yeah, we
but
got
you
a
can't-
lot
but
of
you
we
can't-
got a lot
but
of
you can't
examples
be-
that we don't know what to do
but-
with.
Yeah, but I don't think that's kind of fair to present to say like. I think the proof is in the pudding by saying Avatar is not an anime and manhwa is damn sure not manga.
But is it like
Phil, you got
but
Solo
that's
Leveling on your
okay.
shelf?
But I
You
think
said like what?
I got Tower of God.
I think
How is that? And which way do you read that?
Left or right.
So that's written in like a manga form.
It's like a regular.
Okay,
American
so
book.
yeah,
At least
yeah,
the
exactly.
physicals, at least the
Exactly,
physicals,
physical.
yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you're on screen, nigga. You sliding.
Oh yeah, he's like
Like that ain't even in left or right. You not even.
Now I will say this: Neo Yokio. It was Studio Dean was the
he worked with a Japan. Yeah,
was
I remember
was
that.
an animation. So is that an anime though? But that's the thing. That's the thing. I feel like everyone has.
But
I
it was presented, but when it was like announced,
I think that's it. I think that might be an anime.
no, that's it. I
Low key.
personally think that's an anime. Now that
Is
you
it
confirm
Yasuke
it,
Yasuke in anime?
Is Yasuke mid? Hell yeah.
Anime.
yeah, it is. It's Studio
Oh,
Mappa.
Nah,
Well, I
it
take
was
that
But
back,
I'm
though.
saying
I take
like,
that back, though, because
but I'm
Mappa
saying
is
like
cartoon
that's,
studio.
but that's Flying Lotus's project. Flying Lotus and Thundercat, you know, they are Flying Lotus put the money into it, right? Like he's the executive producer.
I think
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, I feel like you still have to have a like.
Yeah, I
So
just don't think it's.
you can pay a Japanese studio to make an anime for you.
So
I
what
think so.
about
I
like?
think so.
Yeah,
What
I
about
just don't
like
think it's definitive.
Castlevania?
Castlevania, I think Castlevania is anime. Is not.
I think it's anime.
I don't think Castlevania is anime.
I think it's anime because the
Don't.
studio.
I know, but it's the same thing as like. It's the same thing as like X-Men, right? X-Men has anime that has actually been made by Japanese studio, and then X-Men has cartoons that's been made by that has been made by American production.
Here's the thing about Castlevania, like the game is, I believe, originated kind of within like Japan, like the studio.
Castlevania is a what? Capcom, right?
Yeah, Capcom. It's a Japanese game. So it being Let me see the anime real quick because I'm pretty
Like
sure.
we just said, we are overcomplicated. This is a lot.
Yeah, like I don't know,
But
man.
that's a good question. It's a good question. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that makes it interesting. I think we all had definitive reasoning, but like the distinguishing factors between the cartoon.
Oh no, I'm sold. But I'm sold on all of the things that I'm saying.
No. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like we all have.
We do got some anomalies.
Yeah,
I mean,
we got like a checklist, and certain things are checked off, certain things are checked on. I don't know. I think that's interesting. I like the conversation. I do want to bring up, since we brought it up, Yasuke got to be one of the biggest foes. Like, to be honest, bro, you know how many people were rooting for that series, bro? Like,
Hey,
yo.
let's not do this on Black History Month.
Nah, man.
We got it. I was about to say that. We've been doing this
Yeah,
month.
Wait, hold up. Didn't it come out
Black
February?
anime.
Hey, didn't it come out February, though? Hey, didn't Yasuke come out February, though? It's been a year.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
It came out April, man.
It don't matter. That's fine.
Hey, when Dante Wilder lose?
Tyson Fury, where he at? Hey, that was a tough one.
Hey, you know what's funny though? You know what's funny, bro? My dad had texted me about the Yasuke anime. Like he had sent that joint. He was like, "Yo, like they made this anime about the first black family."
samurai.
I was like, yeah, they had robots in that and magic.
Man,
No, it's funny because I
that's
think
not potential.
it's funny because I think we texted each other like watching the first episode. We were like, "Yo, y'all see the robots in that bitch?"
They
Like,
get spoiled after. I was like, wait, what?
I remember that.
That was bad.
One of the worst dialogues I remember was the black guy seeing the other black guy, Yasuke. He was like, "What did he say, man?" He said some bullshit. That was hilarious. I can't remember right now, but we have some side topics. But to be honest, let's just dive right into the hot takes. I feel like we were able to be given a lot of hot takes from the fans, as well as the people on our Discord.
We're fans too.
I mean, yeah. But hey, they bigger fans. So they part of the Discord for. But we'll kind of go through a lot of them. Let me go ahead and go to the archives. We'll pull them out, and then we'll go judge our hot takes, man. See what you're talking about. There was a couple good ones. I even tagged Nick in one of them. I really want to see your opinion on that one.
That shit was cap.
That shit was crazy, my boy.
That shit was actually cap.
Let's see.
I was thinking about that whole joint, bro. Kind of because I was watching Monster, and still got some good stuff. And y'all know Dieter from Monster, right?
Dieter,
yeah.
You got Dieter from Monster. You got Jotaro from Vagabond. You got Nitro from Berserk. We don't got one of those for Finland.
Interesting.
We don't got no little man. But I
you know
digress.
who
One of the
tried-
hot takes.
But you know who wanted to be little man.
Dorfman is a little man.
No.
Like, he ain't that tall. He ain't that tall.
You know, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Cool.
Talking about.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, nah. You actually got a little push there, but it wasn't developed.
I know
Talking
what
about
you're
who I
saying.
think you're talking
Yeah.
about. Talking about my man.
Yeah,
Then yeah, I see what you're saying.
it could potentially, but you don't.
But
Could've.
let's go ahead and start some of these hot takes. We'll start with the ones on Instagram. Thank you guys for submitting them. The first one is from my boy Lit at the crib. Let's go.
Hey, let's get it.
So the first one is from Suzuya Kev,
Boy, Kev.
and
Boy, Kev.
and he says Baki has the ugliest art. Do y'all agree with this?
Yes. I don't know why y'all be asking that shit. Bro, that shit is ugly.
Yo, that shit is not that bad.
I do hear Baki got a crazy art though.
No, like Baki. To be honest, I think it's also said the manga is the father of Beastars manga. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I was looking for Taj for confirmation on that. He gave me the hit. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like recently, like just the anime, and I haven't seen a couple of the panels. Mind you, I will say this. Yeah. Switch on. Damn. Why am I tripping? Hold up. Me.
Like my thing is like, bro. If Baki was a manga about bodybuilders, I would say it's fine. But this shit is about niggas that fight. Niggas don't fight like that and be fucking.
Musashi is in Baki. I can't believe I forgot his name. But Musashi is in Baki.
And he's the last arc. He's like last arc.
Ali Junior, that shit too. And like you can be diverse all you want. Like I really don't. The shit's ugly. Like every nigga in there with a 18 pack of abs. With a demon back, like this shit. Like, to be honest with you, I say the same shit about niggas in real life. I say like that shit is ugly.
So you don't say that shit about Broly because that nigga definitely had 12 pack. What's up, Don?
I think Dom Blue was jealous.
You think Dom Blue was jealous? I do not want to look like that. I really don't.
Hey, I
yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, niggas know my body.
You ain't feeling this shit ugly, bro? Come on, bro. It's Musashi, bro.
Bro, you cannot tell me that nigga.
This shit is fire.
That is you disrespecting the real Musashi by saying that shit looks good.
Alright, nah, this is
They be saying, niggas be saying he's better than them.
Bro, you telling me this is cool?
Oh. That look bad.
That's cool to y'all?
That's a pot.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Every nigga face like
They be
that.
saying,
Yeah, that's pops.
Baki fans be saying that Musashi is a better character than Vagabond Musashi.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that too. I have heard that, bro. That's just funny.
Oh my god. They be like the better Musashi. Stop it.
Look at this Musashi.
Oh.
That's bro.
I like that. When we was talking about like what we was watching, y'all watched The Last of Us?
I haven't watched this. I haven't picked up since the first episode, just because I wanted to start.
Yeah. Matter of fact, episode 5 came out tonight. I can't wait. I can't wait, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm watching that. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Because that's Henry and Sam. But that was my favorite part of the game, bro. I remember that specifically. What? Bro, I remember. Well, I ain't even gonna talk about what happened, but I just remember playing. Because that was the same time Neon Guts had came out by Lil Uzi, and I was listening to that and playing that, and I was so crossed in my emotions.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
That shit is. I seen the P5 on my TL again today. And I'm like, bro, I just paid my credit card off. And I'm just like, bro, for the trigger, like, I might do that shit. Bro, it might be time. That shit is like, bro, it's the P5 and it's a little God of War record or Ragnarok bundle shit too, but that shit would get here in the morning. If I ordered it right now, it would get here at 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's all about to be console game, boys.
Oh no. The PC game.
Yeah. Console game all day, baby.
Yeah, but you know what? The four of us on Ghost of Tsushima Legends going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I might have
streaming content? That would be crazy.
Hey,
Bro.
Speaking of streaming content, I think me and Dom Blue about to get on Twitch after this episode. Please, oh shit, y'all niggas gonna be out.
I'm like, this is not live. This is not a live episode.
This is not going up tonight, by the way.
Goddamn shit.
No, okay, so the next one, and shout out to Kev. I don't think, did we actually get an opinion from Phil and Taj about Baki? What do you think about the art?
Niggas agree with me. That shit.
Y'all agree?
Yeah.
What about you, Taj?
Nah, it's kind of growing on me, bro. I be liking some of the panels, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah, I like
I'm not a hater ass nigga like Dom Luke.
What you want, bro? I never want to be in the steroid and look at motherfuckers. I
do.
They doing all the what is it called? Trim? Is it called trim? Trim below.
Yeah, that boy said, yo, I'm trying to get on the cycle. My boy said, yeah, you need a gram of this, a gram of that. Just for 20 weeks, you be alright.
I know that come with it. Right? 15 years down the line, niggas talk about, God damn, this hurt you.
You got a bunch of liver kings in Baki.
Yeah, motherfuckers down bad in their fucking 40s because you want to look fucking crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
crazy.
Like, nigga, just put the work in and eat.
And then you have erectile dysfunction. Anyways, moving on to the next person on the list. We're going to Matt Home, and he says that DBS is better than DBZ, and I gotta disagree with you, my boy. But that's just my opinion. What do you think, Nick?
Nah. But DBS has better runs than DBZ.
That is not true. Cell?
Cell is cool.
Frieza?
Frieza is in DBS.
I mean, come on. I mean, he originated in DBZ, so that counts. That don't count, I guess.
Was he black?
DBS Broly is better than DBZ Broly. 100%.
Oh, yeah, that's facts.
Because I was about to say, DBZ Broly gave you a storyline and ain't really give you shit. Like, it gave you the same storyline, but DBS elaborated on it better and it can. Like, I fuck with that 10 times that more. But I also fuck with Black Goku. I fuck with Black inside my suit. Like,
I don't know, bro. I think you're kind of right.
Like,
I think Super kind of.
What about Vegeta and Dragon Ball Z? Like Majin Vegeta as a Goku? That was cool. That was yo. That had more.
They fuck Gohan.
Ultra Instinct. What is it? What's the Vegeta that just had dropped?
Jiren?
Nah, the God of Destruction Vegeta or something like that.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Oh, you talking about Ultra
Yeah.
Eagle? Ultra Eagle?
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that for him. But as far as villains go, I mean, like you got Moro. Moro's kind of mid. It was basically like what Cell. Like he wanted to be like Cell, kind of bad. Like he was absorbing people and shit. And then you got this what was his name? Granola. Like his storyline. Well, he wasn't really the bad guy. Kind of. It was just kind of the bad guy though. But he, I mean, y'all niggas don't really care about Dragon Ball Super. But in my opinion, I feel like Dragon Ball Z, especially like memorable villains. I mean, Majin Vegeta when he was like, you know, I lost my. Basically, he was like, I lost my sin way. He had to go back to being, you know, that nigga again. Even though he kept on taking L's. And then like Kid Buu, Swaggy, Kid Buu.
Who is the best villain in DBZ?
Yo, that with the pants, he was like this. Yeah, that shit fire, bro. And then cool. I'm trying to think. Oh, come on, man. What about Nappa? You co-signed Nappa? Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, yo, Ginyu?
Yeah.
Come on. Ginyu was that nigga, bro.
Ginyu was not that nigga.
That nigga be like this. All right. Well, okay. I guess I lost on this one. But I don't know. I got DBZ personally, but DBS if y'all want.
Anytime you say Dragon Ball, all I hear is that clip of suddenly I didn't care anymore.
No, you ever seen that? You talking about the shit on TikTok with Vegeta?
Yeah, bro.
Dragon Ball Z is definitely funnier though, because I also think about that.
I was the first to say it.
I always think about the fucking. I ain't gonna lie, Vegeta was just hilarious because Vegeta used to throw strays for no fucking reason. Bro, that nigga Piccolo walked out the time chamber, bro. That nigga Vegeta said, he was like, you ain't changed a bit. Like, that nigga Piccolo turned around just to see Vegeta make a face after he closed the door. That nigga said,
If you playing something, we can't hear it, but you gotta put it in the microphone.
That nigga said he was taking a nap in there. That nigga said, what was you doing? Taking a nap?
Yo, and he closed the door and just smiling like, damn, you didn't do shit.
That is disrespectful, bro. Nigga, you just, bro, that's like going to the gym and the nigga being like, damn, you ain't got no pump. What you doing? You ain't got no, like, nigga be like, yo, what you hit today? Nigga be like, what you hit today? I did arm, but you got no pump. You ain't got no pump in your arm. Like,
you come out the gym and talk about, oh, you was running, you went to the track. Did you on a treadmill?
Yo, he's like, you sweating, but you ain't got no pump, no vein, like, yo.
No, this wasn't a hot take, but I do want to ask real quick, best shit talkers in anime. Who we got?
Yusuke. I feel like we
Yusuke?
Yeah. You talking about?
Who was the other two? We had Renji as one, right?
No, we had it was Renji versus Kiba. I mean, that wasn't really like a that was like shit talking.
That was fraud talk.
That was fraud talk. What a bigger fraud. I mean, low key
It
though.
was definitely UK versus.
It was Kaiba. It was Seto Kaiba.
It might have been. Yeah, I think it was kind of.
I had Kaiba on that shit, bro. Like, Kaiba was like,
Yo, bro, that Yusuke said, yo, I will beat somebody's grandmother. If you, like, you in my way, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'll beat your ass.
Yo, I think Kaiba, I think they plane crashed or some shit. He said something mad disrespectful. They just jumped out the plane. Didn't even, because they had like the little slide. You know how like that emergency plane, they have the little slide. Because they can't like lower the stairs or whatever. He said something crazy to Yugi and just like, jumped out the plane on some shit. That shit was hilarious.
What about Dio?
Dio? Oh yeah, Dio was talking shit. Yeah, Dio was talking shit.
Dio can get his shit off, bro.
No, the thing about it, he'll talk shit and then it's like, especially like in like part 3, like he'll just start like doing the poses and shit or whatever. Now you know what was dope about JoJo's part 3 was the when they like their stands started fighting off and then those niggas started levitating. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Part 3.
Let me all stop.
Too much Harry Potter.
No, that shit was dope too. But anyways, I'm getting on a tangent. Let's go to another one. The next one is from my boy Darwin. Shout out Darwin in the Discord too, man. He said, he either say, I mean, he probably gonna get on me for this. The Naruto hate these days is a forced trend. I don't think so, bro. I really don't think so.
I think it's forced, bro. I think it's forced like fuck. I think niggas come in and hate on Naruto to try to give you their perspective of I watch other anime. Like I've seen more than just Naruto, and it's like that's somebody. Because people will do that, and you'd be like, oh, okay, you watching the new Trigun? What's Trigun? They don't even know the old one. Like, they don't know nothing. Like, but they can say Naruto trash because they want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to go ahead and do some crazy things. They just want to talk on a crazy tip. You know what I mean?
Okay. I think at certain times, Naruto can catch.
Yeah, take that shot. Take that shit. Yeah, yes, sir.
Me?
Ben, yes, sir. Easy.
I think Naruto can catch. I think Naruto can catch some unwarranted flack here and there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this. I personally think there are a lot of areas that Naruto deserves some fucking flack. And niggas not gonna like this. But the shit is attached to it, so I don't give a fuck. Yes, I don't care.
Bro, they got...
No, wait, but not even that, right? Because if you want to know, but look, you say that, wait. You say that's Boruto, look online. Boruto is not mentioned. That shit says Naruto, side story, Sasuke. Bro, don't get me wrong, nigga, I read it. I read it to see how this shit came about. Not gonna lie to you.
You talking about the dinosaur?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I still read it, but...
So you got a problem with the dinosaurs?
I do, but I don't. Because
I'm about to ask, because I'm about to say, when they was fighting slugs, when they was fighting frogs, when they was fighting snakes, it was cool. But we throw dinosaurs in the mix, and now all of a sudden everything is too much. We had what's his name? Hans on a salamander, a great salamander, and we was cool.
But look, I'm fine with that.
Undefeated.
Kakashi was talking about some ninja hound, had dogs talking. He was cool with that, fighting, jumping off walls. The dinosaurs is what we
wait, no, stop, wait. But this is my thing about it, right? Because like I said, I read it. So, within these dinosaurs, first off, there's a whole, like, I forget what they called it. It's like, it's actually like a whole, like, previous era that these niggas get like okay, if do you want to base this on like how this shit came about? Like y'all don't care if I like.
All I remember is fighting it whenever he's in the prison. That's the prison guard.
So alright, so he goes. So basically, I forget the name of the shit too. The name of the dinosaur that is basically like a fucking watch guard. And basically, the nigga goes like, so Sasuke goes to the prison to investigate, well, like, not even going there for what he's doing. He's going there to try to figure out some Sage of the Six Paths shit to help Naruto out while this nigga Naruto is fucking down bad sick. So within that, he goes to this prison and is basically like willingly in prison so that way he can get the information from this library. But as he goes about it, he starts to, don't get me wrong, I low-key find some of this shit cool. Based upon,
it's dead cool.
Yeah, like,
the only thing is, Sakura showing up.
Yeah, bro. Like, he was like, I'm here with a message for like a secret mission. It was like, damn, you changed that nigga whole purpose for being here now? Like, and this nigga like, well, I got information so we can get this shit from Naruto. Like, and then you got niggas in there that's like it's funny because it's funny and it has good parts, but it got corny ass parts too. And then the corny parts is, them niggas really want you to believe that like ninja prison is like real prison. Like niggas like, yo, but don't let niggas find out like that's my wife. Like, cause if they find out that's my wife, like, you feel me? It's really gonna be issues in here. Like niggas gonna try to.
What had me crying was they was like, yo, Sasuke, it's this little badge on your infirmary. You might want to, your stomach hurt? Hey, but I'm telling you, bro, get you a little tummy ache. You know what I'm saying? You gonna want to go check that out, my boy. So it's like, yo, who was Sakura in there? Like, what was happening?
But then also, the nigga, one nigga was in there playing his cards right. He was like, so you tell me you married, but you don't got a wedding band. And he was like, what you mean? He was like, what's that for? He was like, yo, it's basically like a symbolism of your loyalty. Yo, the nigga, and then had Sasuke, this nigga Sasuke being insecure as fuck in front of fucking Sakura. Bro, this nigga left the conversation like, do I really need to go get her a wedding band? Like, so she even feel like we married? Like, yo, this nigga, like, and I was like, yo, bro, how does this nigga get a ring in prison? like, nigga say, yo. And the wildest part, the nigga didn't have one. That nigga said, yo, put this on. She was like, yo, where's this coming from? He was just like, he was like, it's just a token of my gratitude and some shit. I'm like, yo, these niggas, that shit is funny. Because it's like, damn, they trying to sell a story like, yeah, Sasuke really do care about his family. But like, not how you think. But I will say, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I did read, I read all 7 chapters like within 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that shit was actually keeping my attention. Really good.
Wait, you were telling us about the dinosaurs.
Yeah, okay, but the dinosaur. So one within this, and not even necessarily a summoning. This site, they come to find out after Sasuke does all of this like infiltrating around, obviously Sakura there and ends up helping him out in some way, shape, or form. Then this nigga Sasuke can basically transform into anything. I don't know if niggas see this shit, but this nigga like transformed his entire body into a staff. And then rolled away and made it to his real body. But okay, but basically the dinosaurs, one, Genjutsu doesn't work. Any eye prowess does not work on them because, and then whoever the main guard is, these motherfuckers have glass eyes. Like, so Genjutsu doesn't work, and no matter what, he can't use individual prowess to take them under his control to like sneak around.
But my thing is this: why are you using Genjutsu on an animal?
Yeah, this should probably. There you go. Yeah. There you go. There it is. Yeah, no, like, but he's using Genjutsu. He tries to use Genjutsu so that way he can sneak around because the way that the prison shit works, if you don't have this certain band around your hand to show that you have access to be outside of your cell, then this nigga like this dinosaur like attacks you. But it is trained to like not attack whoever's wearing this damn flag on their hand. But it's like a bunch of like I said, real jail shit. Like niggas is gambling.
Bro, when does this nigga code get introduced? That's all I care about. Fuck all this.
You said
dinosaur.
Hey, that shit ain't coming back.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
You said who?
Cole.
They don't know about bro though.
No,
Who the fuck is that?
He's like
he wasn't in the story. he's from Boruto.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not selling this to like it's animated within Boruto. It's animated within Boruto, but this is a Naruto.
Oh, so they animated this too?
No, this is animated in Boruto. But that's what I'm saying. Like this shit is animated within Boruto. That's why niggas bring out the dinosaur.
This is Sasuke's story. This was written after Naruto.
Yeah.
This was written before Boruto, wasn't it?
No, but this is with Hokage. This is with. I want to say this is with Hokage and Naruto.
Yeah.
Because
when they were writing Itachi's story, Kakashi's story, Sasuke's story, Shikamaru's story. It's Sasuke's story, isn't it?
This is Sasuke.
This isn't. They just decided to turn it into a manga. This has been around. This has been around for a minute.
Yeah,
it was a light novel.
The light novel.
Yeah, it's called Sasuke's
The red. It's like it starts with an R or something.
Retensu or something like that.
I think it's the light novel. They just decided to make it into a manga.
Yeah, no, it's a Retsuden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a light novel. Mm-hmm. My only thing is, I mean, I don't know, just the thought of Sasuke fighting dinosaurs tickled me.
Well, and that's where the prison. That's where I do think when you get to like how that shit is there, it makes sense because the site of the prison is a site where during this period of time, basically when a fucking meteor comes down and kills all the motherfuckers. In this site is where fossils are found, and this is where. I can't 100% remember. Like I said, I only read like it's only like 8 or 9 chapters. I only read the first 7 to 8. But within this, Sasuke basically figures out that what's really going on is what he's looking for is in front of him, but also what's in front of him, which is what them niggas like they're digging for. Like it's like a prison site where these niggas is like mining basically. These niggas are mining fossils. They're mining fossils for the reincarnation of this period of beings. And just so happened that this period of beings are fucking dinosaurs. Wow. So, like I said, it's cool. I definitely appreciate it more in manga form. I would definitely say it doesn't turn me off in manga form, but in animation form, I'm definitely like, yeah, I don't get it. Like,
what about you, Phil? How do you feel about Naruto these days? Is sports? Do you think it's sports?
To an extent, like I feel like it is. Like I'd be tired of seeing all the Makatsuki everything, like the cloud. I'd be tired of seeing that shit, but niggas do be like, oh, Naruto not in the big 3 type shit. I'd be like. Nigga, shut your dumb ass up.
I heard that. I heard this at the bottom though. Now, definitely at the bottom.
Yeah,
definitely at the bottom.
Niggas said they couldn't even watch that shit. I was like, bro, like, what do you mean, like?
I will say this though. I feel like Naruto. I feel like there's a progression to how you kind of watch the big 3. I feel like it's always. I mean, for me, it's Naruto, Bleach, and then I guess seemingly a little bit. Sprinkle in One Piece and then One Piece heavily at old age. But the thing about Naruto for me, you know what's funny though? A bunch of One Piece fans, I think the Taz kind of recognizes this too. They did the little voting thing. I think Sakura won.
No, Sakura didn't win. So they were telling people to vote for Sakura, like, they were being toxic. They were basically griefing. They were like, oh, Minato was still winning. But
she got top place at one point though.
Yeah, it moved up to top 3. It moved up to top 3 because you and your fans.
Hey, them niggas funny, bro.
They're like, go to the site and everybody go vote Sakura. So Naruto fans gotta read.
That shit funny though. That shit funny as fuck. I imagine Kishimoto.
I don't even want to read a Minato manga, bro. I want to read Shisui.
That's what I'm saying. I want Shisui, bro. Like I don't care.
I tried to vote and I was a day late. You know, you can vote every day.
Hey, yo, King of Lightning, I don't know if you heard of him on YouTube. He said, if Sakura overtook Minato and Itachi to get her own short manga, the world would be that will be one of the most tragic events in human history. Up there with Judas betraying Jesus. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Hey, yo, no, but they had so it was Minato number 1, Itachi number 2, and Sakura number 3. Yo, that shit would have been funny as fuck. I don't know. They still might make a manga for Sakura.
I was like, what the?
Oh shit.
You saw that?
Now what happened?
was like, bro,
Just
what?
lost focus. It was like, it was funny.
Let's move on. We'll kind of get it a little bit faster. I'm gonna pick the good ones. We might do a couple more a little bit later. It is getting a little late though. Okay, so let's do this one. Villain Saga over Berserk. I mean, not Berserk.
First off,
Berserk.
let's talk about the
I
actual.
know exactly what
That
that is.
nigga, whoever that was, is not even talking about Berserk because he spelled it wrong. He ain't talking about my Berserk.
He spelled Berserk
I
with
know
a
You
Z.
did put a
That
Z
nigga
in
put
there.
a Z.
I
That
did
is
see
not.
that.
That is not my Berserk.
You know who that is. You know,
I already know
you
who
have
that
a good
is.
idea who that is.
I definitely probably have a good idea of it. Go ahead, say it.
No, it's wait. His name is. Wait, yo, is that right? Is that his name? Niga? I think his name is Niga on Instagram.
Nigga, that name is nigga. It's spelled NYGG.UH.
Yo, his name is spelled Niga.
That's that. And he got a Luffy Abby.
Yo, when he fell off the shit or whatever. Oh man, yo, that shit was funny.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. Your takes are very bad.
Who? Oh, you're talking
Your
about Buddy?
takes are. I ain't gonna say your second take is very bad, but your second take is bad.
What is
this?
it?
Vinland Saga over Berserk. Nigga, are you
No.
caught up on Berserk? Like, are you caught up on?
Either way,
Like, no.
Either way, no,
It's
Berserk's
not.
better.
Like, it's not. Like, I don't even think we gotta talk about this.
Yeah, but Berserk clears Vinland Saga, but I'm biased.
That nigga said, next question.
I mean,
unfortunately,
we not lying.
Oh no, I do want to.
Sorry, Black Swordsman, not sorry.
Wrap it up, him.
Wait, that was Black Swordsman?
No, that's Black Swordsman's favorite series.
Oh, that's fucked up.
What was Brad's second take, bro? I want to hear it.
He said Chainsaw Man is better and the characters are better than JJK.
I know Ty's gonna be
No.
crazy.
Like, hell no. Damn, bro, you took
All
two
right,
L's.
go ahead.
You took
He got
two.
anything
You
else
took
to
two
add?
L's under 30 seconds.
No, but shout out his name, bro. That shit creative. That shit is creative.
Nah, it's creative.
Oh,
These two L's we just handed you creative too.
Okay, so moving on. We'll move on to let's say the power scaling for maybe another episode. This one says Gart versus Blackbeard. I would love to discuss that. Let's do this one. All right, JRV. Big shout out to JRV in the Discord, man. That's one of the homies.
You just about to promote this.
He said no. He didn't say. He said Dororo was better than Demon Slayer season 1.
Oh, I think this one. I agree.
I think this is valid. I think this is valid.
I disagree.
Disagree? Oh, really?
Nigga.
I can see why, but I don't know, man. When we were talking about it on the podcast, bro, Dororo was going crazy.
Wait, isn't there another Demon Slayer hot take?
Bro,
Or is
when
that
we seen Neo,
That's on Discord.
Neo and her whole backstory, bro, that shit hurt.
I'm gonna go
bro.
to it.
Okay,
I cried real tears.
I can check it out.
I was like, what the
I
fuck?
gotta go. Now you say I got it.
Like,
Yeah, no,
bro,
but
she was out here dying for the squad, bro. For the little homies.
Oh man.
And it was like, put that bitch in the dirt, man.
And that boy Hyakimaru said,
Yo, he started slicing and dicing those niggas, bro. He was like, shh. Yo, you see how clean he was cutting them, though? That shit was crazy,
Hell yeah.
bro. That shit had no friction. It was just like, shh. Hey,
yeah, I don't know, bro. I think Demon Slayer got that one, bro.
I'm also okay. So
Taj want to be different.
Entrance, bro.
He said Taj want to be different.
That opening, bro. That shit.
Taj want to be different.
What Garenge?
Nah, gang. I mean, think about like
You talking about
think about
Demon
when
Slayer?
Tanjiro was. I thought he was talking about Dororo.
Yeah, Dororo.
No, yeah, that Doro
Oh, yeah,
opening,
the
that
Doro
shit
opening,
OP.
Yeah, I was that train. Okay, like,
Huh?
but
You was
Demon
asleep?
Slayer, bro. When Tanjiro was getting trained by them two homies in the forest,
Oh,
turned out they
Sabito.
was dead,
Sabito and yeah.
bro. That joint was heat.
I'm gonna also
Bro.
say this though. I'm gonna
Bro.
also answer I'm gonna also like kind of answer back to you, Taj, with a hot take from a member of the Discord and a fan. Shout out Maho for this because I definitely agree. If the Demon Slayer animation wasn't good, it wouldn't be as popular as it is. As somebody that
I agree.
I finished the series definitely 100%. So
but that animation carried a fuck.
But unfortunately,
I think it's give or take.
Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good thing that is.
Phil is over here on my screen. I don't know if he's over here. Am I facing the right way? Is this Phil?
No, it's the other way. It's the other way.
What you say?
He's right.
What you say, Phil?
Bro, that animation do be carrying the fuck out that shit.
No, it does.
He said, unfortunately, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, it does.
You can't take away from it.
You can't take away from that. But I think you can't say Dororo's animation was lacking compared to that when you also put the plot into play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but if you really put the plot into play, then yeah, I think Dororo is better. I think it's better. But I mean, anime to anime, I mean, Demon Slayer season 1 was pretty darn good. I mean, I wasn't blown. It wasn't better than Vinland Saga.
You knew I was coming with that next. I was finna be like, was it better than Vinland Saga?
No, it was not better than Vinland Saga by any means. But better than Dororo? I mean,
it has more appeal than Dororo.
Yeah. I can say
that. Yeah, it was a fun watch. It was an easy watch. It was cool to get through. It had a good bit of stuff going on. It had a lot of potential building up into the next season. And I'm not a Demon Slayer fan. I don't ride for Demon Slayer, Demon whatever it's called at all. Like, that's not my series. But I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge what's good when it's good. That joke was good. Demon Slayer season 1 was alright.
Yeah, it was good.
I would say, did y'all listen to the new Demon Slayer intro, like OP? That shit is ass, man.
They about to do a movie for that shit too.
I don't think so. I think they're doing a special release or something.
So this is.
Let
me clear this up for everybody. So this is what is happening with Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc. This theatrical release is an hour special, and within this hour special, you are getting. I don't know how this shit is gonna work. But you're basically getting the last 2 episodes of Demon Slayer Season 2 Entertainment District arc, and you're also getting the first episode of the Swordsmith Village all in one. You're getting that in this theatrical release. Mm-hmm. It's kind of, if you need more clarification, you can go to Geek Giant's Podcast Instagram page where we have the announcement video out fully. And it tells you exactly how it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. It's either that or the 1 hour special is going to be strictly that. But I'm pretty sure it says the theatrical release is going to be the final 2 episodes of the Entertainment District and the first episode of the Swordsmith Village.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Big bet. But that OP is ass. Y'all hear that shit? That shit is so mid. Yo, especially for the last 2 seasons, bro. Like, I was like, okay, we about to get a banger.
Did they hire Lisa again?
Hell no.
That's why.
They got some.
You went 2 seasons in a row with the same artist. You should have learned something.
Yo, I'm talking mid, like big time mid. This may be oh my God. Anyway, this may be one of the worst drops in quality of an OP I've ever seen. Ever.
Oh my God.
That nigga said ever.
Oh my God, what?
That shit is mid. Okay, moving on. All right, rapid fire so we can get due to the Discord ones. All right, so real quick, we all know Zoro is racist, but we let it slide. This is coming from Jose Zamudio 15.
Hey, I let that shit slide. Well, he gonna beat my ass.
Hey,
hey, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, no, the fact that people they called him Zoro the minority hunter.
Wow. That's actually insane.
Oh, I was watching a joint where I was seeing some joint where Crocodile was talking about the fishman. He was like, "Yeah, you're savage and disgusting race."
Whoa, God
it was
damn.
Crazy, dog.
But yo, the thing that's funny, and I guess this is a One Piece spoiler. The fact that Zoro, especially if you look through his track record within One Piece, he really be only like beating.
But you wanna know what makes it 10 times worse when you think about it?
What?
It's how that nigga treated Usopp.
Oh yeah.
When that nigga was like, he said, "Yo, I'll handle this." He's like, "Get the fuck out of here." He said, "Yo, Cap."
He was like,
that nigga was like, "Yo, Cap."
Hey, yo, I got this.
I got you. He was like, either you gonna follow the captain or you gone, bro.
He said, "Nah, man.
Bro,
hey, get your black ass out of here."
When Luffy was trying to let him back on and shit, he said, I know you better put that nigga back on that ship.
Hey, yo, that's
damn
though.
way.
He said, I'm gonna let you know right now. You let him back on this ship,
I'm leaving, bro.
that nigga said, yo,
I'm never gonna respect
we're not
you again.
respecting you ever again.
No, but even recently, like when basically Zoro, he was able to get a very special power up because he was asking the race of his opponent, and then once he found that shit out, bro, that nigga turned. Yo, he turned King of Hell mode, bro. that shit is really crazy, bro. He said, "Oh,
This shit sound like some spoilers to me,
That's what
my
I was
boy.
like,
What the fuck you gonna?
Hey, look, you want to know what's wild?
Nigga.
He really went Fed too. He really went Fed.
hey,
Like he really could have stopped before he said King of Hell. But
Yo,
he
bro,
did.
exactly.
He did
He
say
said it.
but
He
I
said it.
mean, King of Hell. I mean, it's
And what's crazier about that, bro? What's crazier about that is that shit probably happening this weekend. That episode might be out tomorrow.
Exactly. I'm like, bro.
No. I think actually, One Piece is taking a 2-week break after. I forgot what's the reason though, but it's taking a 2-week break. But yes, stay in touch with One Piece, man. It's going crazy. But anyways, moving on, man. Let me just do 2 more. Big shout out to
the Discord. Those are real homies.
Yeah, big shout out to J. Don Sullivan _ People just decided Sakomoto Days wasn't cool without even reading it. Yo, facts, bro. Fucking facts, bro. Sakomoto Days. Go ahead and read that shit. That's coming up next up, bro. It's gonna replace JJK 100%, bro. What happened?
That's Base Samurai J. I know exactly who that is.
No, that's not him.
And he is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's exactly who that is.
Bro, about to get timed out.
And he's about to get timed out because who you really talked about is the brothers on this podcast.
I
Ain't heard nobody else. He ain't heard nobody else say that. He wanted to come on here and say, "Hey, yo,
hey, nah, he know the fucking vibes, bro."
Somatic, shut the fuck up about my series.
But guess what? It's fine. Hey,
Look.
but look, just as much as they got little minions with their little agenda towards us and shit.
I know the fucking vibes, bro.
Shout out to the Discord. Let's get into these Discord hot takes, man. We gonna start this shit off. First off, James. Shout out to James, bro. James says Sakomoto Days is just a glorified spy family.
How? That don't make any sense.
The timing on that was crazy.
Like,
what the fuck?
How? That don't make any sense though.
But also, let's get to the real nitty gritty one. Shout out Breezy, because Breezy also states Sakamoto is mid as hell.
Hey, come on, Breezy. We're supposed to be on the same team, man. Come on, Breezy.
That is a great that is a great W take, my brother.
Hey,
shout out Breezy. That is a great take.
Hey, hold on. Let me check out these. I don't think this is the right list. Is this the right list?
This is the right list that I posted.
Nah,
I tagged it.
I don't know who these niggas are, bro.
That's a great take, bro.
Wait, hold on. Why can't
Sakamoto is actually mid.
Bro, you only read like 5 chapters, bro. How is it mid, bro?
Y'all niggas cannot read? That shit is definitely 10.
10?
Like, it's 10 chapters, bro. That shit is trash.
But here's my thing. So you've only read how many chapters?
I read 10 chapters when that shit was at 30. I stopped.
So how many chapters? How many chapters of D-Greymon you read?
That shit is ass. 20.
20? And what'd you think about it?
I dropped that shit.
Okay,
Obviously, that shit was putting me to sleep.
So where are you? Where are you on Monster?
I try to watch it. I'm on episode 45, nigga.
Wait, you went down?
No, I was.
You were on 50 before because
okay, I'm on 50 then.
Wait, you went down?
Nigga, I haven't watched Monster in forever.
How you decrease episodes, bro?
It's close, nigga. It's in a 5 fucking episode range. What you mean?
No, so why'd you stop watching Monster?
Why you stop reading Vagabond?
My iPad broke, bro. I told you this.
Bro, there ain't no excuses for reading.
I do not want to read Vagabond on my phone, bro. I need an iPad to read that shit, bro.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You put a limit on yourself that
Hey, Taz. Do you recommend reading Vagabond on an iPad or iPhone?
Boy, you can read it on a Nintendo DS. Get it how you can get it.
Bro, but I want the experience to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
And your experience is always gonna be limited, brother.
I mean,
You ain't. That mean you ain't never gonna read manga.
bro. I got bad eyes, bro.
You read JJK on your phone, right?
Nah, I read it on laptop.
You got a whole laptop.
I do.
Why can't you read Vagabond on that?
I don't
That's so much better than the iPad.
I don't like reading because it's hard to turn the pages on.
No, it's not.
No, it is not. No, it
bro.
is not, bro. You just
No. I'm
Yes,
just
it
saying. Time.
I can say I don't like reading.
I think laptop is the worst way to read manga. What y'all think?
I read on my PC.
I agree.
I read on my PC.
Get it how you can get it, my boy. What the fuck?
Get it how you can get it, bro. But I think laptop. I'm sorry to my eyes, but I go phone before laptop. Physical is best. Tablet, phone, laptop.
See,
What's
tablet
wrong with
second.
laptop? I don't have a laptop. I like a.
I
would
PC.
read off my monitor.
I have a
Yeah, like
32
my monitor. That's just not
I
bad.
have a 32-inch monitor at home. I'm reading off my PC. And
Yeah.
guess what? And
I'm
gonna tell
saying
you like
any type
this.
of monitor, trash.
Now, if
Proportions
niggas walked in the crib and seen how I seen Jacob's ladder panel today, niggas would have thought differently.
On the monitor?
On the monitor, yeah.
Well,
Beautiful.
for horizontal joints, yeah. If you're doing full page, but for single pages, if you're doing long strip,
Yeah,
or
trash.
if you're doing single page, and you're
I
not
do
doing
long
double
strip,
page,
Long strip,
Yeah, bro,
75% zoom, perfect scroll.
oh, so it's the whole joint on the
it's
screen.
It's a whole panel on the screen at once. I read Nana the same way.
Okay. Respect.
Yeah.
Because with me, when the monitors and the laptops got half of the page and then half of the page,
Yeah.
like you're not even getting the whole thing in one go.
Yeah.
I can't do
But
that, bro.
that's why you gotta scroll out of that zoom, brother. Just a little bit. Just take
Yeah, but
25%
then I be-
down.
Yo, some of these takes
I
in
be
this chat is
distracted by all the
crazy.
They got motherfucking skull.
Hey, I got it. I got answers, bro. I got answers to it because I know you do
What
too.
the fuck is that?
But also, understand that my handwriting is very small, so I don't give a fuck what side. Like, I can put that shit and I can rock out and read that shit. But we can move on. Shout out to Nathan of the Discord. He says Attack on Titan was fine, not as bad as the fandom makes it out to be. The ending was fine and not as bad as it makes it out to be.
Can't speak on it.
Oh,
Can't
I
speak on
agree.
it.
I agree.
100%, Nathan. 100%.
Can't speak on it.
150%.
Um,
Rumbling.
Let's go. Okay. Fate of the Discord said Gurren Lagann is tied for best mech of all time with Code Geass. No other mech comes close. I personally like both.
Gang.
I like both.
I mean,
But I low-key think Gurren Lagann is a little overrated.
Okay.
Like, well, I'm not gonna say overrated, overhyped. I'm gonna say overhyped.
He did say the tied, so I
He
can
said
see that. I can see
Gurren
that.
Lagann is tied for best mech of all time alongside of Code Geass.
No Gundams. I'm just kidding.
best mecha?
No,
Best
better, no.
Best mecha.
No, Neon.
Wait, what about? Yeah, I was about to say. What about Ava?
You got Evangelion. I personally like Evangelion a lot. That shit's sad.
Evangelion is if Evangelion is a mecha, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I definitely think so.
then no. Maybe they tied for 2.
Yeah.
Evangelion is the best one.
Yeah. I disagree
Give me
with
no,
that one, my
it's not
boy,
straight
Nathan.
mecha.
Hey, can we read so much real quick? This shit funny.
Wait, we getting there. I'm just scrolling down right now.
Okay.
All right, so starting next, JRV that says Fairy Tail is better than Hunter x Hunter. You're smoking dick.
Hey, JRB.
Yeah,
Yo.
I never watched Fairy Tail before.
Hey, JRB, you the homie, bro. But that's one of the
Niggas in the chat said this is a Gregory.
He's egregious. This is egregious, bro. Yo, I don't know why you hating. Let me see.
Oh, man.
Hey, 4 people laughed at that shit though. No, yo, that shit is funny, bro. Hey, yo, Fairy Tail, that's crazy though. Now I ain't gonna lie. Like, hey, I will say this
I
though.
fucked up.
No. This nigga said Fairy Tail is better than Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
Bro, Hunter x Hunter is big.
Hey, you wanna know what's wild? You wanna know what's wild? Yo, me and Phil will argue all day long, and this nigga Phil will literally say Hunter x Hunter is mid. But the fact that he won't even say Fairy Tail is better lets me know that like
He's a hell no. I can't fuck with that take. He's
Hey,
like,
he
you talking about the
that
dress
shit,
up
bro.
darling one?
No, I'm talking about his Naruto shit. I just wanted to read that real quick. This shit
I skipped past it because we already did a Naruto.
Yeah, let me just read it real quick. Hey, shout out to Soma. He said only about 70% of Naruto is good. Kishimoto fumbled the bag, and now he got Sasuke sweating, fighting against the Land Before Time universe. That's just funny as fuck. But
right.
he said Land Before Time.
Hey, 70% is a win though. 70% is a pass on test.
Nah, but the fact that Sasuke fighting Littlefoot,
my boy.
the fact that Sasuke fighting Littlefoot from Land Before Time is funny though.
Okay. Oh no, I want to read this one.
Okay, what's
All
up?
right. This is a real good one. Brian said, not my hot take, but I saw on a subreddit thread a while back someone say Johan from Monster was a disappointing villain.
Can't speak on it.
I don't know what. I mean, how? like he gave you everything you wanted in a villain. I don't.
What's everything you want in a villain?
I mean, he gave you intrigue. He gave you mystery. He gave you a reason for you to kind of hate him. But at the same time, like I guess towards the end, you kind of understand why he's doing what he's doing. But at the same time, I mean, and then you also can kind of tie Johan back to certain biblical references as well, because a lot of people think that Johan is kind of based on the Antichrist, basically the you know how everyone kind of like what's the word for it? Fallen angel, I guess I can use.
False prophet.
Yeah, false prophet. You know, in certain aspects. So Johan was everything. I feel like he's the antagonist. He's who antagonists look up to be as far as antagonists go. That's my
opinion. On God. Yeah, that's not a good take. Yeah, Johan is not disappointing in any capacity. I mean, I think the only disappointment about Johan is I'm not disappointed by it, but a lot of people aren't satisfied with his conclusion. I think his conclusion is perfect.
Yeah.
But that's just me. And also, shout out to Soma, because he had put me on My Dearest Self with Malice, a forethought. So wanted to go ahead and shout my boy out for that, because I didn't say that whenever I introduced it.
Word. All right. This next take from Discord is a ladder. And I say that because the shit gets worse with what is said. So, Red God first starts off by saying, I did not care for JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, which I can understand not caring for it.
Okay.
But then it gets worse.
I know why.
But it gets worse because Fate says after, only the first two parts are good.
I
highly disagree.
Wow. Yeah. I think the first two parts
I think the first two boring are the worst.
And then it gets fire.
I think it progressively gets better as it goes on.
Now, I did like the second one, but I think the first two are the weakest out of the bunch. I would say.
Yeah,
I say four will always be my favorite. Mm-hmm. I think 4 will always be my favorite.
4 is crazy.
Where was they in? Where was when they was in the desert?
Diamonds are unbreakable.
The desert is that 3.
That's 3. That's Stardust Crusaders.
Stardust Crusaders, yeah. Stardust Crusaders is
that's
really
when you get stand.
Yeah,
that's real. I really like,
especially part 2 when they start with Darby. They start off with that game with the guy. Y'all remember that? That shit was one of my favorite episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
that's part 3 still though.
Yeah, that's 3. Yeah, that's what
I was saying.
You talking about Darby? You talking about Darby 2? You talking about Darby second, the little brother?
No, so I think they split up part 3 into 2 parts. So the second part, the beginning of it, when they first go over to the desert, that's like the first villain that they face. Yeah, and then like he basically turns everyone into those like poker chips or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
when Joseph says yes. Oh my god! That joke is so funny, bro.
It's English.
Because bro can read Jotaro's decisions, and that's why he's playing the games, right?
Yeah.
He was like, wait.
I think
he was like, wait, is Joseph using his he can only ask yes or no questions.
Yeah.
he was like, is Joseph using his stand to control the controller, and that's why I can't read your moves? Yes.
Now you remember?
Are you about to punch me?
Now you remember when Joseph he saw Shorty's titties get bigger and he was like, Y'all remember? Yeah. Y'all remember that shit, bro? Hey,
bro. For y'all to say part 2 is the weakest, Joseph is the funniest JoJo, bro.
I fuck with part 2, but it's just not. I disagree with bro.
I would say part 2 is probably the funniest, but hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I can understand Red God's take because I can understand not caring for.
Whoa, no. one is shit. I'm not gonna cap. One is boring, but two.
I think I had to start a couple times.
Yeah. One. It took me a couple times to get into one.
You remember that shit?
Yeah, bro.
That nigga just said.
All right, so we got a few. I would say we probably got like 2 more.
Joseph was a scumbag, bro. He cheated on his shorty, bro. Yeah,
bro. They should have never did that to him. He was a good character, great man. It was like, hey, let's make sure that he cheated back.
Nah, but low key, he kind of gave off vibes like he was go, yo, oh my god, bro. This shit is hilarious.
But don't show me no credit.
Nah, it's from Soba. He said.
Nah, I was gonna talk. That was gonna be the very last one.
Okay, how bad?
So yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more. Shout out to I Wear Ski Mask. Boy
shout out to him.
He said it's kind of back on. I 100% agree with this. Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans is a top 5 mech of all time in regard to plot, action, and animation. I can kind of agree.
Yeah, I like that one.
I really
that was
love,
a good one.
Yeah, I like the Iron Blooded Orphans a lot.
I got to peep.
That shit was hardcore.
That's actually one of the. That was like the first one I watched.
Yeah, that was like that actually.
I didn't like Gundams and whatnot, but I was like, nah, these Iron Blooded Orphans. Let me see what they talking about.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gundam series, but that was the first series, especially. I think we talk about that scene all the time where is his name Mikazuki, right? The MC. I think his name is Mikazuki. The short black kid. But when I can't remember the leader of their little band is, but when he sent them to the room and he was like, all right, let's go back here real quick. And he was like, all right, like either y'all pledge allegiance or you die. Pick one. And niggas is just like, he was like, all right, bro. He was like, do your thing, brother. Yo, that nigga stood tall. Yo, and it's just cold because it wasn't even like, all right, we gonna close the door and not show this. Nah, we gonna show this nigga. Brains out, brains out, brains out. We could like niggas just start dumping in a room and just like, hey, y'all chose. Like, damn. But this will probably be the last one. This is probably like our most funniest. This is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But someone says Rock Lee is the Renji of Naruto.
Hey, yo, low key, that makes some sense though. I mean, bro.
Rock Lee was cooking Kimimaru.
No, facts.
Rock Lee was cooking Kimimaru.
But bro. I mean, it depends on what Rock Lee we taking. We taking Shippuden or we taking?
No, he said Rock Lee. He said of Naruto. He just said of Naruto.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing about it though, like if we look at Renji when we first started, when we saw him in Byakuya, like I mean, it was really Byakuya who was really doing the work.
I'm like, bro, has Zabimaru got better in any capacity? Like in any capacity. This shit might look cooler.
No, but I'm trying to think.
Spoiler.
But and I guess you can say that about Lee because that boy unlocked all them gates.
Then the shit went
toe to toe with Gaara.
Nigga ain't open.
But he opened all them gates to lose, bro. He dropped the weight.
Yo, bro,
and lost.
He ain't opened one of them gates in Shippuden.
Yeah. He didn't get a chance.
He did.
I know.
Yeah, no, but still.
He stayed at 6. Like he didn't go past the 6 gates.
No,
like
I think I'll never forgive Kishimoto for not giving Rock Lee at least like a moment within that war, because like especially the fact that we know that Madara he had like a weakness to taijutsu, and the fact that I mean obviously I'm glad Mike he got a shine, but we got to see Rock Lee at least like kind of go crazy too, man. That would have been amazing.
We got to see him go up, but he got smacked. He got smacked against Madara.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
He went before Guy.
Yeah,
but I will say this.
Yeah, facts.
In Boruto, he's supposed to be considered like the strongest of the Jonin or something.
Okay.
And there's something really cool about Rock Lee. So if you take the katakana of Bruce Lee's name, it's like, you know how the R and the L in Japanese are kind of the same thing. Mm-hmm. And the end of his name is Su, like Su. So his name reads Blues, like blues. So because it's blues, rock comes from blues.
Yeah, I know exactly what theory. Music. I know exactly what theory.
And then metal, which is Lee's son, comes from rock. I didn't realize that before I seen it on like Instagram or something.
Yeah, I know exactly.
But I was like, oh, that's really cool.
I know exactly what video you're talking about.
That's interesting.
I've seen that video pop
up.
Yeah,
because I sent it to you.
No, I seen that video pop up on my feed.
I sent it to you.
Nah. Nah.
I promise you I
That
did.
ain't the first time I seen
sent
it, though. I promise you that's not the first time
Oh,
I seen
you was holding game from the homies.
Bro. I would say this, bro. I'm gonna tell you how I tell everybody else that be talking about you ain't send me that reel when I thought I did. Honestly, bro, I be scrolling. Like I be scrolling, and usually I just let that shit go. Once I see some shit, I just go out the app. I just be like, all right, I see what I see and I'm out. I see what I needed to see, I'm out. So I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If it wasn't for Geek Giant type beat, y'all would not get animated me reels and shit from me. Because I'm gonna be real with you. If you ain't really noticed, I just started sending back shit to y'all.
Nah, you're foul. I'm so glad you're proud about this on Black History
I ain't
Month.
say I was proud. I said that's just me.
Nah, celebrate what you're doing. Holding our people back. Appreciate it. Withhold knowledge.
I've never done
Black
that. Never done that.
So you didn't. So you sent that video? Because when I saw it, I sent it.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for the segment, for the hot take segment, hot take episode on Geek Giant Podcast. Thanks for all the submissions. We weren't able to go through all of them. We might like sprinkle a couple in, like we do most of the time. Once again, we love to do long episodes of Geek Giant, so I hope you guys appreciate a 3 hour and 4 minute and 18 second at the point episode. But do want to appreciate all of you guys. Any closing statements from the homies, especially from Taj and Phil? Heart signal from Taj. Phil, how's it feel?
He about to put the dude's name out of line. I knew it, bro.
Hey, Phil, how's it feel not having to make that long ass drive, my boy?
Bro, I wish I could show y'all my bed, bro. That shit, I can't wait to sleep in that shit. Look, bro, my couch just over there.
Shout
There's a
out.
little shit on there right now. But
Nigga
I be sleeping on
Why
that
the fuck
You
shit.
see a basketball
on your couch?
Hey, he know the vibes. Hey,
That's because he don't use it. Because he don't use it.
Yeah,
Nigga be
I had to
getting
just
cooked.
got high. I had to
He
get
be
high.
dribbling.
Phil
He be
Phil
dribbling in the house.
Hey, Phil be putting his blanket up. It be having that ball right here, like dreaming.
All his life.
That nigga, he got hoop dreams. That nigga
He be like-
he gonna have a hoop reality against Team Manga.
All I had, bro.
He be walking around like J. Cole in the warm-up cover.
Yo,
Like, it's
Hey,
my time, bro.
hey, hold
Then
up.
come on, bro.
Hold on, I do gotta point this out. Hey, Taj is a certified hater, bro. Taj went out his way to find a video of me getting a couple buckets going on. Yo,
no,
that
you
shit is
had that
crazy, bro.
wasn't that nigga hit a 360.
Hey, they didn't show all of the shit I was doing though, bro.
Yeah.
Listen. For context, Benji, like last week or the week before, going to send us a video of him getting a bucket on his boy, right?
Hey.
But what he didn't show us,
Smooth bucket.
He didn't
Smooth
show
bucket.
us
It was
that when
clean.
he was playing D, it was a good bucket.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Mhm.
But what he didn't show us is that when he was playing D, that boy had Benji in the air like this. He was looking like a George Lopez. He was looking like the George Lopez intro, bro.
We gotta have deep for that. We gotta have deep for that. We ain't worried about it.
Not only that,
boy came around
he
the
finished
two.
it with a 360.
360.
Hey, no. Here's the thing.
And then the one before that, he put you in a spin cycle too.
I'm gonna reach out to the camera guy because he did film me get a W. I'm gonna show you all my highlights. Y'all really trying me, bro. Y'all really trying me.
Yeah,
son.
bro.
Hey, that phone call go. Benji gonna be like,
video.
hey.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, cause the video of Benji getting like hooped on, like that got like 15,000 likes. Like
What? that shit was popping.
Hey, shout out to Trey.
Hey.
Shout out to Trey though. He the homie, but hey, who won that game though? That's all I gotta say. I did
Yes,
take the
sir.
W. I did take the W.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, Team Anime,
Y'all
baby.
not gonna beat us.
Yes, sir.
Hey, hold up. So
Y'all really not gonna win.
So we go. You know what, man? Hey, we putting we putting a box set on it. Hey, Phil, we putting a box.
Phil said what? Hey, Phil was not with you, brother. Hey, Phil was not with you. Phil heard box set and said, whoa, hold on. Phil said, hold on right there, player. Oh, yo, he said, "Hold on, hold on now."
Hey, no, Phil, put some faith in me, bro.
Y'all ain't even confident.
Phil, put a box set on it, homie.
Bro, nigga, JJK, what are them 4 bucks?
Nah. Bleach box set 3.
Box set 3?
Ooh.
Bleach box set 3. Put Bleach box set 3 on it. I promise you, I am fouling.
Everybody put their favorite manga volume up.
Favorite manga volume up?
Everybody put their favorite manga volume up.
Like in their collection?
In their collection.
Nah.
That's tough.
We get to pick somebody. Shit.
Oh, everybody.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Okay,
Everybody, that one person bring their shit.
Wait, hold on. So is it one game? We're doing one game, right?
I got this is some shit y'all cannot take. I'm sorry. I worked too hard to find that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna take one of them slam dunks.
Maybe that zombie powder can be his, man.
Ooh, okay. Wait, hold on. Wait, okay.
Y'all gotta win first.
Yeah, we got. I mean, we go win. Wait. So it's a game. We'll go to. Okay, it'll be a game to 20, 23.
That nigga said to 20,
24.
Yo, who do he think we are?
No. One, twos and threes.
Oh, twos and
Nigga.
threes.
Twos and
Twos and threes.
My lunch.
You might as well go to 11.
I'm playing street. I'm tackling.
Hold on,
tackling?
you said-
We not.
Nah, bro. We gotta call fouls, bro. Cause I know y'all some big niggas, bro. Y'all some big niggas.
What? What the
No,
fuck?
no,
Bro,
no,
you're
no.
6'3".
You're not calling fouls, bro.
Oh my god, bro. So yeah, you're telling me I gotta really.
We playing one possession.
Y'all really telling me I gotta really go into my bag?
You miss, ain't none of that. Get my
Game
rebound.
breaker.
Go back up.
Got it. Crack, bro.
Hey, Phil.
Backing it.
Hey, Phil.
Game breaker.
Hey, Phil. Hey, just give me the rock, bro. I'm gonna go crazy.
That nigga has no faith in you, Phil.
I'm gonna go crazy, bro.
I ain't worried about it now.
That ball is not getting. And that shit is not getting to you, bro. That shit is not getting to you, brother.
No, but yeah, that's gonna be today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, stay tuned for that basketball matchup because we're gonna have a film. I might get the homie to film it. That should be fun. But
Have Geek Giant highlights of me cooking you and Phil. That's crazy,
bro. That's not gonna
I'm
happen,
gonna throw
bro.
I'm gonna throw a oop to Taj, bro. That's gonna be easy work.
Hey, Taj, you gonna catch it?
Nah, of course.
But I ain't gonna catch it like this. I'm gonna catch it like this. Go ahead.
Wait, you just do that, bitch?
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Tap that over. I ain't got hop like that no more, bro. I ain't getting up like that. I'm gonna get up there, but not like that.
All right, big man. But yeah, that's gonna be today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Geek Giant Podcast. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe to us.
Like,
follow
comment,
us on.
share, subscribe. Tell your mama, tell your daughter, tell your sister.
Hey,
Tell
Tell your
everybody.
shorties. It's
for Black
Valentine's Day.
History Month too. Revolutionary suicide.
Yeah,
Yes,
Huey
sir.
Newton.
Yes, sir. Gangster.
Put your fist down. Your 15 days is up.
What?
Oh.
What the fuck?
Nigga said it. He said it.
Was that a racial joke? Was that a racial joke, brother?
He said.
Oh nah, bro. Nah, gang. Nah.
Yo, bro,
It was
you see how they treat me? Because I'm the only light skin.
Wow.
So I was in the house.
Whoa.
All right, though. Hey, now I'm gonna catch on.
You're not about to.
My stream.
You're about to play video games, brother.
All right,
Say that.
All right, see you guys.